the wrong. I'll just roll this.
It just makes every roll below 9 a 9, right?
It makes every roll below 9 a 10.
Oh, okay.
That is, what did you say it was? Investigation? Yeah. At 12?
At 12, yeah. So you're able to find the aforementioned papers by Professor Lang. She herself has stuff about the fungal colonies that exist and persist throughout the Sedgemoor. And you also find papers published by Professor Willow Dusk. They themselves, she's a dryad who lived in the swamp and just kind of walked onto campus and proclaimed themselves a professor to teach the students, because clearly the professors weren't doing it right. And she is like ancient, and her insights into life essence and the cycles between life and death that were pioneering in the field, essentially. And Sedgemoor,
I think Zenith would like
is super significant in that.
Specifically, if he can, to find dangerous things to avoid while inside Sedgemoor.
Oh yeah, there's pretty obvious ones for that. You quickly learn about groths, which are like plant dogs, but they're like huge and they like lurk in the swamps and and ambush attack prey. You learn about the herds of the brackish trudges, which are like fungal, almost kind of dinosaur things that kind of like roam in big herds throughout the fens and mires of Sedgemoor. There's also like darker, scarier entities that live deep in there that are like rumored to be there, but not like. You've heard like some stuff about like some demons might live there, or like some sort of demonic activity. It's obviously where the pests originate from, and so there's literature about that and their use in life essence studies. But yeah, there also like obviously the classic stuff like giant spiders, giant insects. There's also like a lot of like animate plant creatures, a lot of giant snakes. It's just a big scary swamp, and you better be careful is kind of what
cool area.
Yeah, it's also suggested that Bellatrix Witherbloom's lair is somewhere in Sedgemoor, but the founding dragon of the Witherbloom campus, but no one has found it. So, you know.
I think I know what I want to find.
I don't know if she's the kind of dragon you want to find.
I'll be the judge of that.
Anyway, so that's kind of like the information that you glean from the thing.
Perfect.
From your research.
Researching.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Go find the guy.
Find the guy.
Oh, after do we go to the Final Jolt Cafe anyway and have the tea party with Rosie Miffin?
Yeah, you guys can do that. Like it's like 3 days until the weekend, so you guys have time.
Lovely.
Yeah. So you guys can have a little tea party at the thing. And Cole, you get 4 silver in tips. and your manager kind of like elbows you. He's like, "Are those your friends? Oh, they're so sweet. You should go take your break, and you can take your break early, and you can go sit and have tea with them." Oh, fabulous! And she just kind of like shoves you to like forces you to go spend time with people, yeah. But then Ambrosie's like, "All right, tea time's over. Go hunt down Melblethorn and see what he has to say." And she's she's got her trusty clipboard and is like with a big feather quill, and she's like, "Let's go."
Rosie, I love your energy.
Thank you. It is 100% authentic, I promise. And
I love her.
Yeah, so you guys can make your way to the Witherbloom campus. For those of you who have not taken any classes within the Witherbloom, the Witherbloom campus is a sprawling kind of raised platform kind of structure with a lot of like lopsided shacks built in with into the trees and mangrove trees. The roots have been sculpted and twisted, and branches are form like the leaves and roofs of all of these structures. It's like built into the swamp, and like there's like big like glowing, like not glass orbs, but there's like these glowing orange pods that that seem like there's classes going on in them. They're like growing like seems to be like a living like type of tissue or structure. So it seems like Witherbloom is kind of weird for anyone who has not been here before. But the main structure, Widdershins, is where the mess hall is, and food is a big draw for a lot of people. The famous chef Guillaume is situated in Witherbloom, so a lot of people, like, even if they're not in the campus, like, go there for dinners and stuff to try his wacky experimental meals. But there is a small chapel, as there is on all of the campuses, and Rosie leads you to here, and she's like, "This is where we have our meetings. It's pretty chill. We just kind of like celebrate each other's like spiritual holidays and stuff. But yeah.
Who do you
Mel kind of just.
Who do you worship?
Oh, I worship made up God. Ralph didn't think of.
Fascinating. Is anybody else?
Yeah, no, yeah. He's like the god of scribes and whatever, and he's just super cool. But yeah, Mel kind of just hangs out here, and like she just like raps on the door, and like I'm like, that's unlocked, and she like kind of like goes in. And the chapel is like a very small, cozy room, like with wood, and like the center back of it is like a tree, but like it splays out, and like the branches kind of like just form into the ceiling. And like sat down in one of the pews, you spot a gargantuan dryad, like at least like 8 feet tall, kind of like, but like. Trying to sit in these like really small pews, so like hunched over, but you can see from behind like their horns just like spread out like antlers, but like wooden branches. And you just, as you hear him turn, and he goes, and like it sounds like the bending of like pine trees in the wind, like, and like he just turns, and you see like 2 like luminescent yellow eyes peer out at you guys, and his face is kind of like almost like mask-like in the way that like the wood itself is like covered his skin and stuff. Very different from any dryads you might have met before. But you hear a low rumbling voice. "Oh, Rosie. Hi." And Rosie's like, "Hey, Mel. We want to actually ask you some questions. We've got a field trip in Sedgemoor this weekend. And do you have any like advice for us? Like, the swamp seems kind of like freaky." And Mel's like, "Oh, yeah. What were you wondering?"
I guess like.
And Rosie's like,
What's the dress code?
"It's a swamp."
Yeah.
Yes,
Wear boots.
I think it's khaki, right? It's khaki.
Waiters, if you have them.
Sensible. Is there this survey we have to take? Is there any particular path you'd recommend for us to hit all of the boxes quickly? I'm sure you did a similar trip in first year yourself.
Yeah, I did it, but I don't know. I just kind of went with the group. I didn't really try that hard. I mean, I saw some bats. I saw a brackish trudge, a herd of them. I didn't really get good marks on the survey. He just kind of like scratches his wooden chin, and like it sounds like another more creaking wood every time his body moves. It's like the sound of wood bending and bowing.
Great contact, Rosie.
What'd you say?
Um,
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said great contact.
It's like, you asked.
So, do you have any particular advice to give people going into Sedgemoor not to, get killed by anything?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Don't get killed by anything.
Is there anything specific, things that are particularly hidden, or things we might not know about that you could perhaps advise us on?
Well, I mean,
are you familiar with
you could keep an eye out for Blex. But anything else?
What are Blexes? What's a Blex?
Oh, you haven't heard of him?
No.
Oh, he's he's kind of like a celebrity, but like a little. And he like holds his hand. He's like a little guy. No, he was one of the pests who he broke out. He got so he fed so much and he got so big that he broke out of the essence labs and he escaped into the swamp. And this was like 4 years ago, and ever since, all the students talk about is like, oh, did you see Blex? He's like, oh, I heard he's like the size of a house or whatever. He's meant to be like a prime pest subject for like life essence studies. So, but no one ever finds him. He was really good at hiding, I think.
What is he, like a rat?
No, he's a pest.
No, he's one of the pests. The pests are a mascot that you probably know about, I assume.
And Mel kind of like rummages around in his bags and stuff and pulls out what looks like a giant like bulbous maggot and holds it up to you. Like, this is Charlie. This is my pest. And like you can see like its body's like yellow and purple and like splotches of green. You can see it's got tiny little like lamprey mouth ridges at its front and like big like beady black eyes. And you just kind of like when he holds it up to you, the pest goes and like spits at you. And
He looks really quaint.
Zenith is like standing back.
I like pull Rosie aside and be like, can I eat them?
I don't know. I mean, have you tried?
I might do.
Is this a bird thing?
Yes, sometimes it's a bird thing, okay? Like, I eat people food too, but sometimes I eat bird food.
I don't know. I haven't tried.
It's really good. Anyway, we don't need to talk about this now.
The entire time when they walked in and he saw how tall Mel was or is, Cole is literally standing right behind Bry. He's using Bry as a wall.
There.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth check.
Okay. And I get that with advantage.
Probably.
Thank God, because one of those was a nat 1. 16.
16, yeah. You guys like none of you really like notice Cole kind of like, but like Cole's in the room, but like you're not really paying attention.
We're used to just not like to having him just kind of vanish from sight.
Yeah.
At this stage.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes Belt has just looked at him and he's just vanished right in front of him. Belt's just like...
Zenith is like generous.
He just turned sideways.
And then he's like out of peripheral vision. He's like, well, Cole's gone, I guess.
Yeah. Even with your passive perception, Zenith, you don't even notice. So, like everyone's kind of like very transfixed with Melwathorn's kind of presence. He's like, oh, yeah, Blex, if you see him, tell someone. If you see something, say something.
So, like, what's Blex's whole deal? Why did he escape?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he was just super hungry. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm not a narc, so I'm not telling anybody.
Oh. Okay.
So
Snitches get stitches, my friends.
Sure. Cool. But I mean, if anyone's looking to get into Witherbloom, finding Blex would be a one-way ticket. Just saying. But
Actually study.
We study the essences of life and death and the cycles therein.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
my parents were with a bloom. And I bet if I found that nasty little dirty worm, I'd be in for a few treats.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know your parents, but
No, yeah, sorry, that
anybody...
was rhetorical. I was thinking aloud.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else?
I think not.
Between
for me anyway.
Don't Die and Wear Boots, we've probably got more than enough information we can digest at once.
Perhaps.
Wonderful.
Okay. Is there anything else fun to do around here?
Well, I mean, this is where the student mages of faith partake in our weekly club gatherings. Rosie is obviously a member, but if any of you have any interest in the divine or the divine forces that imbue our world, please feel free to join us. Really chill.
Maybe.
Wonderful.
Belle's like looking around at everybody else, just like.
Bry's looking at Belt like. Feel like I'm
And Rosie's
slowing
looking.
down.
And Rosie's looking at
Just
Mel
for you.
like. All right. Well, Rosie, it was great to see you. I'll see you next week. Take care. Don't die in the swamp. Or do. I don't
Thank
know.
you for your advice, Melathorn. We appreciate it.
And Rosie's like, yeah, great. I'll see you next week. And she's like, let's go.
Does he just hang out here when you don't have your club?
I think he lives here.
Somebody needs to get that guy a coffee.
He's an interesting fellow. I like him.
I was like, his whole deal is kind of cool.
He's kind of scary.
I like it.
But like in a fun way. I like him.
Okay, cool.
Cole.
Well, that was fruitful.
Cole's in
Right.
the hole.
Where?
Cole?
Wait, where did Cole go? Was Cole here? Oh, okay.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
What,
Oh,
what did you
gosh.
think of him?
He was interesting.
Big.
Very big.
Why aren't you that
Yeah.
big? Are we not changing your water often enough?
Right?
Well,
Can't you say
not
that to
everybody,
someone?
Oh, just I
Not
don't know.
everybody
I've
is
never
the
really.
same height. Have you met? You've met that other Genasi, the one who does the one who we bought back in.
Yeah, you know Xanther.
The one who flips.
He's in your battle magic class.
We're not the same height, and we're both technically.
But you're from the
same
sky.
type.
You guys aren't even the same color.
He's from like fire,
We're
right?
not even the
Fire?
same.
I guess that's true, but he was bigger than I
You
am.
look fiery.
Well, some trees are big and some trees are small, but all trees are trees and pretty important.
All trees
And-
are valid.
Going home. So thanks for
True,
this.
some-
This was great.
Wait.
Uh,
Cole, there might be more
Trees
stuff to
like
do around here. Is there like that person who makes the food?
Oh yeah,
Guillaume?
Good
yeah.
eat.
No,
Food, yeah.
I've heard Chef
Good.
Guillaume is a well-renowned chef man person. I'd love to try some. I love trying new
Me
foods.
too.
I've heard he's interesting.
I think we should do it, Cole. Come on. You eat food. I've seen you eat food.
Sure. I wonder if they've. And Cole is going to look at Bry and resist the urge to say cats on the menu, but
I'm not bothered.
and he's just
Take
gonna-
my 5-course taster. I'm having every dish on it.
I mean, lions eat fellow lions sometimes.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Hey.
Meow.
Well, guys, it's been a great session. Thank you so much. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
If they've got a nice chef
okay.
here, I'd rather go for a bit of dinner than I would go back, because I feel like Zenith will make us read something if we go back.
But I've plenty of books to read during dinner if you prefer.
Yeah, no, we should check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not unusual
Well-
for out of campus students to check out the restaurant. So yeah, let's go.
Either way.
And Rose
And
kind
in
of,
Widdershins. Yeah.
kind of skips towards the Widdershins Hall.
To Widdershins.
Let's get some food. Get some spooky food.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you guys get to Widdershins. It's a sprawling, like very open air kind of restaurant vibe. Some like canopies made of leaf trees and whatever. Everything is like wrought from wood and vines and stone from the earth. But there's like a big central like kind of like dome that like is like billowing like different colors of smoke, and you see like inside this dome is like this like absolutely huge orc with like tusks like up to here, like almost like past their eyebrows, and he's like in a big chef's apron and like a hat, and he's like ordering around like a bunch of like of Witherbloom students like that are working in the kitchen. He's like, "You go there, get the best, get that, blah, blah, blah." Like really chef, like really busy chef, like snap, and like food is like flying out of the kitchen, and yeah, you guys can take you guys can take a seat. There's tables, and Rosie's like, "Oh, I love the vibe here."
Is there a booth?
Very busy.
And then no, they're just more like open, there's no booths per se. There's just kind of like tables.
It's
and
not
like
family style, is it?
A lot of it does seem kind of family style. Like the Bloom students don't seem to have like a sense of like personal space.
Oh, it's long benches like Wagamama.
Everybody's just kind of like up in everybody's business. People are like trying to and there's pests everywhere from what you can see. Not up to health code. You might be thinking, but Rosie's like, everyone here just seems to be doing their own thing. It's so cool. And she's like, oh, and then like as a pest like boom 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 bounds across the table and like knocks glasses over. She's like,
are there any small ones?
Yeah, they come in various sizes. They range from like this big to like a foot.
I want to eat one. I want to try and eat one.
Okay. I mean, like these are more like if you want to think about them, they're like lab specimens / pets.
Okay, so they're not.
So if you wanted to grab one, you would have to like sneakily grab one and hope nobody misses it.
Okay, so if I'm like trying to orc this down, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Okay, fair.
Why did you eat my pet?
Maybe.
/ project.
Yeah, why did you just eat my lab?
You ate my grade.
Like...
the first year ate my homework. Is what
yeah, that's kind of the vibe that you're getting. So like, nobody seems to be like, "Oh, here, eat my thing," you know. But yeah, a Witherbloom student comes up to you guys, a green-skinned elf, like tries like, "Hey, you guys out of campus?"
Yes. We are first years.
Wonderful. I see word of our Widdershins restaurant is spreading, so I am delighted to hear that. And you guys, would you guys like to try something from our wonderful and strange menu?
I would. It sounds delightful and strange. Is there any specials on today, or?
Yeah. Let me see. He just flicks through like the menu and let Ralph pretend to roll a dice while they think of something.
Are we getting wine or?
Yes.
I was just considering that. Do you reckon their taster menu is a 5-course or a 7-course?
Oh, it's got to be a 12 if it's here.
I think our expectations might be a little bit high.
We don't really do courses here. You order what you want on the menu and we bring it out to you.
Which one of
if you
those?
want another thing, we'll bring that out to you.
So how do you pair the wine?
Well, I mean, like we don't really have wines here, but our drinks menu is a little more interesting. We do have a lot of ferments and sours. We're quite a fan of the bitters on this side of campus, you know. But yeah, we don't really do sweet here. So I mean, like we might have a few bottled wines, but they'll definitely be a lot more on the bitter side of things.
Oh, well, I think we just. Why don't we do? Could you do like a recommendation kind of vibe, and we could just get that?
Yeah, sure. I'm a big fan of the rot root soup. For if you want to, like, you know, just to get a little bit of taste. It's tastes great. Might leave everything else afterwards tasting like dirt, but some people like that.
Maybe we should have that for pudding.
That's a great idea. But we also do. We've got Trudge truffles. Trudge truffle pie is another one that is pretty well liked. So you know, like we rear a few brackish trudges and we harvest the funguses that grow in their back, and those are put into pies with vegetables and other stuff.
Venus is going to find like the strangest thing he can on the menu and order that. Like just the most, and then the most like nasty sounding drink, just out of absolute curiosity.
Fabulous. So when you say like the nastiest thing, this the waiter's eyes kind of like go, oh, you want the fun stuff? Okay. Well, now it is a little bit out there, but you bear with me. You do this thing where you get a pest, and it gets deep fried, and then you get it dipped in a sweet bog water dip.
That sounds interesting. I'll have that one.
Oh,
Make it
brilliant.
Zenith is terrified of the pest.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. And for drinks, we've got a lot of folks say that the stagnant pools beverage is absolutely disgusting. So if you want to try that, yeah,
Yes.
cool.
Absolutely.
And Rosie's like, do you guys do salads? And he's like, oh yeah, no, salad menu. Yeah, here you go, ma'am. And she's like, oh, fabulous. And she just like orders like a salad from it.
Lovely.
See, why are you having you could have that at home? We come all the way
I
out.
want to see how Witherblooms do it.
That's fair. I can't knock that.
For all I know, there could be like poison ivy.
It could be alive.
I mean, a deep fried pest
That's
sounds
true.
pretty protein forward, so I think I'll go with that.
Oh wow, you're an adventurers group. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. 3 pestoronis for you, and he like points to Cole.
Tap water. I don't have to eat.
Oh sure. Do you want us to bring over some of our sun lamps? The dryads here are big fans of it.
No,
Go on, have a lamp.
because I'm not sitting there with a lamp on me and Bryce sitting across from me.
You can take a shade
Shadow
off it. You
on my
can
face.
guzzle as much as you like.
Suit yourself, sir.
Go
All
try
right.
it.
So you guys order the food. It goes out and you guys like pass time for a little bit. Yeah, you guys get to like absorb like the Witherbloom campus vibe, which is chaotic
Lovely.
and gross.
Ah.
If you were to put it to sum it up, and Rosie's just like, okay,
I don't
not
think
what I was expecting.
I would study here, but I really like the vibe.
Yes, it's not really what I'm used to. The Lorehold campuses are like super clean and kind of dusty, but like mostly clean and like
I do
underground.
like dust. And they're underground.
Well, yeah, they're built. We have the same archaeomancy class. We go to the same one.
That's true. Is this Zenith would like to you said this place is kind of
Yeah.
open air. Is it like outside?
Yeah. You guys are kind of like on a huge veranda, like that's like attached to
Okay, cool.
the Widdershins Hall.
I'm assuming we have like vast canopy cover.
Oh yeah, completely. Like there's like hundreds of feet
Okay.
of forest above your head, and like
Yeah,
and
yeah.
probably like
Zenith
30
kinda
feet
just
of
looks
swamp
up
water underneath you.
Zenith just kind of looks up at the like towering like trees and it's like maybe not for me.
That's fair. It's not for everybody. I feel absolutely tiny here, even though I'm already tiny. Petite. But yeah, gosh, this field trip is. I hope it goes well. I don't want to fail any of my classes.
Me too.
Yeah, I hope it goes well too.
Oh, fabulous! And then your food is brought out, and you guys are like, when it says a deep fried pest. If you it's like a big. It's like about the size of like a cantaloupe, but like deep fried with like kind of like a thin gray like liquid dripped onto it, and like it's served in like a funnel leaf.
Yum. Belt just smashes it with his beak.
Yeah.
Does it just pop?
Yeah.
Sure.
Zenith is
The
like
second you break it, it just like it's like if you've it's well, the best way to describe it would be like it's like camembert.
Yes.
Like oozing,
with
melted
the waxy
yellow
outside.
fluid. With it's more
Zenith is like
crispy.
trying to be brave to like eat it with like a little fork and it's just trying its
Slump
best.
like a cartoon souffle.
But yeah, the flavor is very interesting. It's almost kind of
It's umami. It's good.
yeah, big umami vibes, very savory, but like also kind of like
Sorry, umami. Sorry.
umami. Rosie's like,
Sorry, umami.
Can I try a little bit? And she just like spoons a bit of the goop out. She's just like,
Yes, absolutely.
I like
is
it.
wrong
It's
with you
like a
guys?
mouth journey.
Bry's probably holding
I don't
and
want my
eating his
mouth
like
to go on a
burrito.
journey. I want it to stay in on my head. And she's just like her salad like. Salad's great.
I think I might have had enough. Perhaps I should have gotten a salad.
Yeah, I mean, so, you want some of mine? They gave me huge. The portion
No,
is huge, and she like shoves a bowl over to you.
Sure, I will share the salad. Like Zenith has like half of his thing left, and he's just
Phil's
not
just like,
able to touch it
you're not
anymore.
gonna finish
I'm
that?
gonna finish that.
And Zenith is actively working down the middle, and it just lets you two have at it. Like,
Well, I'm glad they're enjoying it.
yes. And like Zenith is also like actively avoiding any of the pests that
Yeah.
are crawling on the floor, and has like his like feet like hiked up.
And then
onto the
Zenith,
chair,
you're also
like-
given a tall glass with like gray silty looking water in it. It looks like water. It's just like liquid, but it's like, all right, stagnant pools. Here you go, buddy. And it like gives you like a straw like with like a little umbrella on it.
Oh, I'm gonna absolutely like, despite the fact that the food was gross to Zenith, he's gonna go ham on the drink just to say
Okay.
he tried it. Just to
Make
say
a
he
Constitution
did
saving throw.
it. Yes. Okay.
Wait, don't you have your dragon up still?
No, the dragon only lasts for 10 minutes, but it's only
Oh,
constitution
yeah,
to
yeah.
its concentration. However, I did roll a 21.
A 21. All
Lush.
right.
I'm a bit
Your tummy does a bit of a backflip as it goes down, and like, oh, it's a full body like experience. It's thick and like kind of
I
grainy,
think this
but
is-
like you keep it down.
This is a bit of an acquired drink, and now I might be acquired. He just moves the straw and is just giving
Is
the
it
rest
one of those
it a
things
go.
where like it comes with a straw, but it's too thick to actually hork down the straw?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
just use your spoon from the pestaroni.
oh,
But yeah, you guys have a dinner, maybe a few more drinks. I will say it does cost you guys 3 silver each
Oh, jeez.
for the
okay,
meal.
That's fine, yeah.
And but yeah, you guys are able to hang around or whatever. You don't see anyone really that you recognize throughout the evening. It seems like this is mostly like, and it's getting kind of in the evening, so most of the students are just getting back to their respective campuses. So it's mostly Weatherwood students around. But yeah, Rosie's like, wow, well that was a lot. I think I'm gonna go home and have a shower.
That's fair, Rosie.
fair.
I mean, I have showers daily anyway, but I feel like this will be extra thorough. Oh. Anyway, that's good.
I had fun.
And she like, yeah,
Bye.
yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it's just very sore since like, it's a lot to like
It's a lot.
inhale, you know. Anyway,
Oh, I had an idea as well. I thought that maybe if we all survive the field trip, we could get like the gang together, and you know the extended gang, and then have like a house party.
oh, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I mean, like midterm is coming up, so like we do have a week off. But I think Greta was gonna have like a party at her house, but like back in Heavenfell. But I mean, we could do one here before that, and like
Like a
pregame
pre-going
it.
away party.
Yeah, like a pre-going away party in case everyone's like not hanging out. Like I mean, like, I was gonna go visit, but like I don't know what y'all are doing.
I mean, that sounds fun. Heavenfell's not too
Yeah.
far away, right?
It's like 200-300 odd miles south.
Oh, I might be able to try something. Let me get back to you.
Can't we just teleport?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, most people just teleport.
I got a fun way to go though.
Teleporting is pretty fun.
But
Right,
like,
fun.
it might cause damage to our attire, kind of fun. Or
Well, it depends what you do. Do you not trust me?
no, not one nibble.
Completely.
You're a smart man, Bri. You're a smart man.
Oh, was that the wrong answer?
Yeah, don't worry.
I was gonna say I couldn't trust you as far as I could throw you, but I think I could throw you pretty far.
I'm dense. Actually, we should actually work on that.
Birds have light bones.
We should work on that. That could be a really good combat move.
The launch.
We can call it the fast belt special.
Speed belt.
Sorry, Zenith, what was that?
I'm sorry. Sometimes that's
Sometimes
Must have been
a
must have been that
58-year-old
suddenly
Australian woman.
Sorry.
Zenith just immediately turns around.
Zenith.
Zenith.
So you guys make your way back to your
I
dorms,
think before
and
we go anywhere, Bry's probably going to roll up
Yeah.
a serviette and just chuck it at the head of the person who's the table over. Just be like, are you second year?
Yeah. What's up?
Anything to worry about
Who
in
are
the
you?
swamp?
Yeah, I mean, like, how long you got? It's a swamp.
Yeah, like when they send you out for the assessment, like, are there any sort of tricks or anything like that, or is it just regular kind of, like dangerous swamp?
The regular kind, the extreme kind, the scary kind. Just stay on the pathways.
Stay on the pathways. How loud was that? Thank you.
What? And he's like screwing the table like fucking first years.
There we go. We got some more advice for the swamp.
Don't get killed. Stay on the path and
boots.
flex. Question mark.
Boots.
And what?
Boots.
For your feet.
Boots.
The house.
I was gonna say that. I was
Sound
gonna say the character. I don't want to say the house. I've heard there's a house in the swamp and boots. And we have to work there.
We can't get slaves.
And there's a kitchen, so they serve. Anyway, the night passes, and it is morning, and it is extremely early, and all the first years are filing out of their dormitories and making their way to the Witherbloom campus again in the morning frigid air. Right now it is like late autumn, so this early in the morning there's like still frost on the ground. The campus is generally weather controlled, but they do like to tweak it for like vibes, but the vibes are cold today. And you can see as you guys are walking back on the way, if you guys can have coats and whatever, or boots and whatever that you like, boots, houses, serves, whatever whatever you want. But you do see you spot Rosie joins you guys again walking down the way, except with about 3 more layers of coats, with like kind of like penguin waddling down the way, like puffer coat.
I was gonna say the belt's in the exact same place. The belt's got like a scarf around the whole thing and kind of like can't really extend their wings properly.
Perfect. Yeah, she is like she's waddling, but like right next to her is Aurora. They're actually roommates, but and Aurora is in her classic black lacy slip dresses, like lace collars and like little lacy gloves, but like she's showing a lot of skin and like is just like, are you guys cold?
Never.
Oh, I thought I'd wrap up just in case.
And Aurora's like, oh well, I don't get cold. Perks of being dead inside.
It's like,
oh yeah,
cold never bothers her anyway.
I mean, it's a little nippy, but I mean, nothing compared to the Heavenfell Mountains, really.
Yeah, I bet. I heard those are fucking freezing. And Rosie is just like, well, lucky for you, Aurora. Some of us are very warm-blooded and do not do well in the cold. And you can see like she's like, and like puffs of air like shooting out her nose, and like her cheeks are like as rosy as her name. But you guys are all able to just like stroll casually towards the Witherbloom campus, the re-entering the swamp that you were frequenting yesterday. Professor Lang and you can see a couple of other students in other uniforms are up at the front, and you guys like she like leads you like through Witherbloom campus, and like you pass Witterton halls and stuff, and you pass like you get like kind of like more further into like the thick of the swamp and the mangrove trees, and it's like starting to like close in on you, and the path starts to narrow, and like but like you guys like reach like kind of like a big open wide platform, so all the students are just kind of like faffing around here, but not Aurora, Professor Lang with her wooden wand holds it up to her mouth, and she's just like, all right, students, everybody, we'll be setting off shortly. You have been supplied with a survey that must be filled on this trip and followed up with a research report on 2 species that you saw on your excursion. Obviously, for practicality's sake, we are going to be dividing you all up into groups of 8, and you will be guided by 1 or 2 third-year students. They're all experienced mages, and you please must follow their instructions. Is that clear? Your group number is written on your survey. Please make your way to your guides in an orderly fashion. And you guys look at your surveys, and you all seem to miraculously have the same group number written on it.
And there was only one down. Very late.
And you guys, and so like you guys group number is group number 12, and you guys, and you see 2 students like with like a big sign that says 12 on it, like 12's over here, and you see with you guys, and also making their way over it, you guys recognize Cataras and Quintilius, who you you probably remember from fighting them in Dappling Manor, but this time they are
our friends.
Your group. You also recognize Lorene from class. Snack Girl is part of your group. And a girl that you don't really recognize. She's dressed in like black and white, like preemptively Silverquill is like the vibe that she's going for, along with her student robes and a cloak. She's got like dark skin and curly hair that's like tied back with like one like white streak in it.
All right.
And she's kind of like, she looks kind of like,
who are you?
Well, I'm Rubina Larkingale. Who are you?
Rubina Larkingale. I'm Beltaliel Gracewing, but you can call me Belt.
Gracewing?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm Xena.
Well, it appears I'm stuck
Can
with
I
you, lot.
say that? I don't trust that at all.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Yeah. And she looks to the other 3 of you. She's like, frankly, I don't give a toss about this class. It's mandatory, though, so I have to get on with it. So shall we by the Oracle? And she looks over to the students that are the 3rd-year students that are going to be leading your group, and you see 2 students, one dressed in stark white robes with inky black hair slicked back, of piercing dark eyes, accompanied by a green-skinned student with long leafy hair in Witherbloom robes, with like potions and bottles and vials slung around her hip, who you recognize, Cole, as your new tutor.
Fuck.
Dina. But the white male, he seems to not white male. He's not white, but get him. He's dressed. Get him. He's dressed in white. Content warning: white men. But he actually has his arm over Dina's shoulder. He's holding up the 12 sign. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm Killian. This is Dina. We're your guides." He would like. And the second he opens his mouth, you're like, "Oh, this man's got he's got a, what's the word? Not tenor. What's under a tenor? Bass voice that just kind of like carries over everybody." And Rubina is looking at this guy like, "Holy shit!" And but you guys have never seen this guy before.
Whisper to Cole,
Cole's pulling his hood up, like Cole's just wearing a hoodie. He's not even wearing a coat. It's just the usual black hoodie he always wears with long sleeves, and he just pulls it up and he kind of turns away from Dina and Killian. Yeah, you should probably go up and introduce yourself.
Yeah.
To them both.
Good. Okay. The Belt walks up and says, "Hi, I'm Belt. Nice to meet you. You've got a great voice."
Oh, well, thank you. I get that a lot, but no. Dina and I are going to be guiding you guys through the swamp today. It's going to be fun. It'll be a hoot. It'll be a stroll through the wonders that Sedgemoor has to offer. Isn't that right, Dina? And Dina like is kind of like deadpan stares at all of you, and she's like, "You're going to die in the swamp."
Cool.
And then Lorene hears this, and she's like, "Die? But Professor Lang said it would be safe. What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And Killian's is just like, "She's kidding. Gina likes to mess with people, but she and I will protect you in case anything happens. But the swamp is completely safe."
You're not both Witherbloom students, are you?
Oh God, no. I'm a Silverquill student, but Dina here is Witherbloom through and through. I just got roped into this boyfriend duties and all that, but it should be fun. I like meeting the first years, the fresh crop.
Oh, you're
But and Dina's like, "Killian, the swamp is not safe. People will die." And Killian just like kind of like, "Oh, Dina, you're a riot. All right, let's head on to the trail, yeah?"
This is my favorite archetype of lovers, by the way.
Killian is definitely a white guy.
like a jock, and then like the goth. I love that.
Big jock energy, but so as you guys make your way down one of the trails, there's a couple of branching off paths that Ichigo goes on. Those paths branch off to that and such and so forth. So the groups slowly disperse across the vast expanse of Sedgemoor swamps. And as you guys are doing so, Cole, you are kind of bumped in the elbow as Dina kind of saunters up to you, and she's like, "So, how are your remedial studies going? Are you ready for retaking the exam next week? No cheating this time, right?"
Did we know this?
No.
Do we hear this?
She's speaking very loudly.
Dina?
Killian's like, "Dina, they're tutor 2D confidentiality," and she's like, "No."
Huh. That's interesting.
A cheater.
Yeah,
I actually think, Dina, that's the end of our classes going forward. I think I'm going to speak to Professor Lang and maybe get somebody a bit more competent.
Oh, I'm sure Professor Lang will be happy to reassign you to somebody who's better. Unfortunately, there isn't anyone better because I'm the best and smartest Witherbloom third year. So...
Wow, and does that automatically mean you're a bitch because of it?
Killian's like, whoa, hold up there. Hey, listen. Dina is great at her job. She is fantastic. You don't need to, we don't need to be bringing that aggro in here, buddy, okay? And the second Killian opens his mouth, he's like, everyone's like, oh. So let's just chill.
Cole is just going to lock eyes on Dina. Not saying anything, he's just going to lock eyes.
And she's just like, "All right, well, oh, look." And she points to it's some sort of weird Witherbloom plant that you guys might want to know. And Killian's just like, "All right."
I'm just give a peanut to Lorena.
Lorene. She's like,
Zenith is going to keep an eye out for weird and interesting animals this time.
Yeah, okay, cool. Zenith, you can make a perception check. And Killian seems to be very quickly trying to change the subject. So he turns to you, Belt, and he goes, "I heard you were a Gracewing, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man. I saw your parents perform when I was a kid.
Oh, did you?
Fucking, yeah, absolutely stellar, man.
But they're very precise and ordered.
Oh yeah, no, the aerial musical performances were always I loved. When I was a kid, I was just like, whoa.
No, it's crazy.
Precise and ordered. They flung that apple from the tree, didn't they?
Well, I kind of follow after my nan a bit, really.
Well, your sister's in Silverquill, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I've seen her around. She seems very talented.
Some could say that. Yeah.
Driven.
She's got some
absolutely.
particulars. Do you want a peanut?
Actually, no, sorry, I'm allergic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I just handed it to Lorena again.
So she's like, it's Lorene. And she like takes a peanut.
I rolled a 9 on my perception, which is not very good.
Yeah, swamp is big and stinky.
Big and stinky.
I've
oh my
since
god,
put a
just like
dice
Bri.
You just rolled under 10
hate
twice.
the swamp.
I hate this swamp. It's awful.
There's dirt
and
everywhere.
anybody who's kind of like anyone who's kind of trailing behind, who might want to be, who's kind of avoiding talking to the students, will notice that Rubina is quietly seething to herself and like kind of like muttering. She's like, I can't believe Killian Liu is our field trip guide. He isn't even Witherbloom. Why is he here?
Why? What's wrong with him?
I think
You must be joking.
Oh, tell us.
You haven't heard of him?
No.
no. He seems impressive though.
He is the son of the Dean of Shadows of Silverquill.
Oh.
Okay. He is like he was the rock star before the twins rolled up, you know?
Ah.
Yeah, but ever since last year, he got all goody and like stopped like doing what his dad said, and now he's just kind of like this like hippy dippy like happy go lucky like
Good for him.
God.
Yeah.
He was the pride and joy of the Silverquill College, and now he's guiding first years around a swamp with his girlfriend. Oh, how the mighty fall.
What?
And she just kind of like
That's
is like
nasty.
muttering to herself. She's just like, ugh.
I think it's a perfectly noble call to be teaching the younger generations.
Rubina, as somebody who has a lot of experience in this, I think you need to relax.
Belt.
What are you
Belt
I have a
talking
lot of
about? I'm
experience in
completely
needing to relax.
relaxed. I'm almost falling asleep in this goddamn snooze fest of a tour.
Well, if muttering to yourself is your idea of falling asleep, then sure, but I think you need to just do the project and get the day over with. Like us all.
Fine. So
Belt gives you
I've got a fun little I've got a fun little mini game for everybody for this ecological survey. So everybody, the four of you are going to make either a survival or a nature check. And
Okay.
and you guys are going to
Oh.
add up your cumulative results.
Ooh.
Okay. I
Oh,
would like to.
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to all three of them.
You're using all three of your bardics.
Baby, I've got like 5.
5? Okay, cool.
I've got 4.
I would like to cast guidance on myself.
Okay. All I need is your final numbers, so
so-
you can do whatever buffs or whatever you
You
want.
can all add a
Oh.
d6 to it as well.
Yeah, I'm adding a
What's
D4 and a
let me get my
D6.
Right, that's
calculator.
good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes down to 19, unfortunately. What's a
I
Well,
love
you've also
how
got a D6.
everybody
Yeah,
like
D6.
goes so hard for ecological surveys.
Oh my god.
I got a nat 20.
So did I. So did I.
Bitches!
320?
Bitches!
I think I'm rolling nature.
So I'm a 21 because it's a nat 20 plus the 1. I've only got a +1 in
Wait,
nature.
Okay.
I thought so all four of us got a 20.
Nature and survival.
No, I
I'm
got
rolling-
13.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling survival. So I'm rolling survival, and that is 3 and 2 is 5, and 3 is 8. I've got a 20.
Add your d6s to it.
I
Okay.
did.
Mine's
But
25 then with the
total.
d6 added to it.
Jesus
Mine's
Christ.
Okay.
We are fucking
And mine's
min-maxing studying.
13.
Okay,
Venus is so
We've
proud of
been
us.
Okay.
copying off of Xenia.
I'm so glad that this is what is happening.
This is why I use my bardic.
20
Play.
plus 25
Not
plus
20s from 2 of us.
That's
Like, what the hell?
24.
Or 3 of us.
We're
Is it?
slaying the house down boots.
Okay.
Who's been
Okay.
slayed?
This is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh no.
That's
I
So
don't like that.
for the first set of creatures that you guys spot is it's just a little swarm of pests out in the wild. They kind of like they just kind of like move like as one entity, like sliding over like hills and like down into the pools of fetid water and like up and back. And you can hear them kind of go and they like their mandibles like click and like you can hear like the wet slithering of the, like against each other. And then as they're slithering, the water around them kind of like you see a huge set of jaws just completely swallow the swarm of pests whole. You could see that this is actually a Karok, which is a moldering and kind of half-dead crocodile creature that live in the swamps. And they're huge. It looks to be maybe like 19 or like 20 feet long. And it has just completely gobbled up these things. And you guys are like raised on a platform. You're very far away. And Killian's like, oh, hey, check that out. And you guys see the Karok like when like kind of like snake through its way through the swamp and out of sight. And you also further down, there's a big wide open fen of shallow water, and you can see actually hulking like they're kind of like cows, but like maybe like twice as big. If you like, they move and behave similarly to cows, but they've got really long snouts on them, and you can see like huge humps, and on their humps are like big frills and fans of fungi that just sprout and form in other forms, and they just seem to kind of like yeah, these appear to be brackish trudges, which are you guys sampled some of the fungi yesterday if you had the pie. And these are like herd animals that live in the swamps and roam around and kind of like graze on like swamp grass, basically, but are also host to numerous amounts of fungi and other kinds of cultures. So you guys can mark those. There's 3 creatures so far. And as you guys are headed deeper into the swamp, the trees get taller and thicker, and like the canopy gets denser and denser, so daylight like starts to like diminish the further you go in. And as you guys reach like a turn in the pathway, Dina's like, everybody shh, and she just kind of points towards, and you hear like the sounds of like heavy footfalls and splashes further into the swamp. And Dina's like, there. And you all see what looks to be a humanoid figure, but maybe like 20 or 30 feet tall, and strolling through the pools and between the trees. And there's a sound of a branch breaking far off, and it turns like with its back to you, and you see it has 2 huge tusked heads. And you guys have spotted a 2-headed troll on your path. And Dina's like, I've never seen one of these before. This is crazy. Really not even in the mirror, Dina. Really not in the mirror, Dina. And she like, you're like me. And Killian's like, okay. That was really cool.
Brian, lift me up. I can't see. Brian, lift me up.
Hey, shh, be quiet.
I can't.
Nick is gonna like just very quietly like support like Brian lifting.
My wings can't work.
And then you like see like maybe like 15 feet behind you, Lorene's like, what is it? And like furiously eating peanuts out of fear. And she's just like,
giant 2-headed troll.
Holy shit. And but like it slowly vanishes into the haze of the swamp.
That was fucking crazy.
That was terrifying.
And Dina's like, I hope you all got that one down. That was cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I'm like furiously taking off stuff in the survey about this creature.
I mean, I've seen 1-headed trolls, but I suppose like 2 heads is cool too.
Well, how is this graded?
Well, I mean,
Like a pass fail.
I mean, probably not. It's just, Lang said you need to write reports, right? You have to write up reports about 2 creatures that you saw.
Oh, I'm doing the 2-headed troll. Wait, does the 2-headed troll count as 1 or 2?
No.
Fuck.
is there a I know you said we're on a walkway up and stuff, and the trees here have gotten a lot taller. Is there anyone kind of close enough for Cole to maybe reach out and just put kind of a hand on?
Yeah, totally. Some of the trees are like used as support for the walkways. So like, there's one that's just like right up against it.
Very quietly, like a full-on whisper.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry to bother you, but we're on a field trip. And I'm just wondering if you've seen like a really big pest, like a really big one, like they call him Blex. And if like if you've seen it, or if any of the other gang in here know where it might be.
There's a brief pause, but you can feel like the tree's presence like become aware of you, like. Oh gosh darn, well, the only pests I've ever heard of are the termites that ate my cousin down the road, yeah. But, oh, jeez. No, I haven't seen any giant Blex or whatever that is, but, God, you guys really do something about the termites.
Well, I tell you what, I could definitely flag that in our report, but if you could maybe reach into the network and just see if any of your kin have seen anything like that, like a really, like, the biggest pest.
Oh, geez, all right. Well, I mean, I really appreciate you sticking your neck out for us. Those termites have been such a problem, but, yeah, let me see. And you just hear, like, a, hey, guys, as, like, echo throughout, like, the swamp, like, just you, Cole, as, like, a mental, like, echo as the tree signals. And you can, and you actually, and if you notice out of the corner eye, you actually see Tina go, like, but, and she's just like, but you guys hear, Cole, you hear from the tree, oh God, apparently Blex is a real shithead. He's been just in and out all over the place, all over the swamp. Apparently he makes the termites. I don't know how it does that. The pests are just like little maggots. It's crazy. But geez, I don't know. I mean, maybe you could check out the termite mound that was once my cousin. It's further down. It's actually one of. It used to be one of the walkways, but it's since collapsed. But it is further down the trail.
Very sorry for your loss, but we'll take care of that.
Death is just an extant form of life.
True, and he's gonna smile at Dina, and we'll take care of it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Take care. Cool.
What did he
So
say?
as you guys
Were you talking to that tree? Were you like doing the thing?
The thing.
Cole is just kind of look around. I think we can continue on. Yeah, we've got time to press on further.
I'm supposed to ask that if you touch a tree.
And Cole is just going to give Bri a look of like.
Well, I don't know until I ask, do I?
I have a peanut.
I don't eat anything that small.
Have 2 peanuts?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, don't most peanuts come with 2?
Cole's gonna kind of maybe gesture to the others to just kind of like, come here. So.
Oh yes, there is a thing over here that we should.
Yeah, we're checking Bri for ticks.
Yeah. I'm gonna, as Cole is talking to us, I'm actually going to be looking like I'm checking Bri for ticks.
Make an investigation check. or medicine. Your call.
I'll probably go medicine. That is a check that has numbers on it. Oh Jesus, that's a 14.
14. You pull out it's either a tick or a piece of lint. You're not quite sure.
It's money.
Cool.
Or a mole. Or a skin cat.
Yeah,
or a peanut.
I'm just going through. I'm like, yes, he's prone.
Is it a
to
peanut
them.
skin? Because Cole has been flicking them at him for about 40 minutes.
Oh, were you behind me? Sorry. Oh, right.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
What was it that you wanted to tell us? Why are we over here?
So, you know that thing that Mel was talking about a couple of days ago when we were with Rosie, the big giant pest thing, and yeah, the Blex, that thing. I think I know where it is, and if we're talking here about getting extra credit on our reports or whatnot, maybe even this thing's causing a bit of a problem in the swamp. So I think if we were to deal with Blex, then maybe maybe one or two people would be put in their place, and also we'd be helping the swamp.
Right, I'm on board, but we can't leave the group.
Unless...
You got me there. But we'll also fail if we get caught breaking the rules. Surely.
Let me tell you.
Were there rules? No, there were recommendations. There were guidelines to say that we'd stay on the path. They weren't rules. I don't remember.
Thought Rooks of 8.
Please tell me you put like a little plait in.
Yeah, I'm actually just weaving as we're going through.
Weaver main.
Because I've been
Weaver main.
looking, and then as soon as there was fibers, he was just started weaving. It was just it was like being back in
unconsciously.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, but I'm just a player remembering. Nobody said anything about having to stay with the group, did they?
Professor Lang said to follow the group leader's instructions.
Okay, but
They
they
didn't say to stay with them, though.
So we should
You guys haven't tried to leave.
suggest to the group
True.
leader that it's best we divide and conquer.
Maybe we take the guy with the good voice because Cole doesn't hate him. Or, as a funnier way, we take the Dina and then...
And we murder her in the swamp.
Well, she might get eaten by the Blacks.
Maybe we refrain from the killing of other students. That's something
I'm
would
not
like
saying
to
I'm
try.
going to kill her. I'm just saying if a Blex eats her, it's not our fault.
Yeah, you can't
What if Blex
beat up
eats
everyone
us?
that gets cheeky with you. That'll land them in a lot of trouble.
Yes, what Bri said, I agree.
Didn't Rubina say that Killian was a bit of a goody two-shoes these days?
Yes.
She did mention something like that in her rant, yes.
So what would our little bleeding heart make of the fact that a pest is harming the swamp?
Wouldn't he just
And
suggest we all go?
Oh, that's fine. Then the pest can be distracted by them, and then we'll deal with it.
Oh, fine. I thought you were saying that we need to sneak off and take care of it so that we can take.
Well, I was
credit.
planning on using you as the bait, but if you want to bring the other four along, we can just use them as the bait, and then we'll deal with
That
it.
makes a perfectly simple plan to me. Let's just tell them we know where it is, and we'll all go and handle it.
Hey, Dee Dee. Decifer. Dina.
Oh, did you say something, Cole?
We were just wondering, we'd like to maybe continue on, considering this is our report and stuff like that. And I've learned of a tree that's fallen due to a termite infestation. And I'd be super interested to get your point of view on just how the termites operate here in the swamp.
Oh,
I know they could be probably such a problem for dryads, and maybe finding a way to keep them away might be a good idea.
Yeah, ecosystems and such.
Bark health is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Cole, make a persuasion check. Or deception check, your choice.
Can
I just I'm just full
give them
on lying.
help?
Yeah, you can help.
Yeah, like, are we helping,
Yeah.
technically?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage if you don't get it already.
You don't need to, because I just rolled another nat 20.
Oh, shit!
Wow. Liar. Wow.
Oh my god!
I'm so glad you guys are fudging rolls too now. That is like we're all just cheating. That's great. No, I'm kidding. Natural 20 to a total of. What's the total, Deck?
Oh, 26 in total, sorry.
Yeah, Dina seems to be like very actually like on board with the idea of looking at checking out a termite mound, and Killian's like, all right, well, okay, let's go then, and like they lead in, and Quintilius and Cataras are like, wow, he's so cool.
So cool and
yeah. And Rubina is like, this is ridiculous. And then but every like sentence is like punctuated with like a crunch from Lorene eating a peanut.
Belt's jacket is not actually a puffer jacket; it's just full of snacks.
Yeah. Perfect.
What are you buying?
And Lorene's like, oh my god, you've dried mango?
I've also got, by the way, I've got dried papaya and I've got this kind of like chili limes thing to put on it. It's amazing.
Oh my god, we are best friends. And she like, like
friends.
I love snack girl.
So yeah, you guys make your way further down into the swamp, and as you do, you see a bend in. You actually see a junction in the pathways up ahead, and one leads off and then kind of like ends like with like a kind of a viewing platform with like a little like telescope, and then it like turns off deeper into the swamp. This seems to be like the furthest point in the trail, and it starts to circle back. But it looks like past where the viewing deck is, there actually does seem to be a dilapidated trail pathway, like the wood and stuff. Like you can still see the posts in the ground and like planks and stuff, but it has been cordoned off. But
have we seen the termite mound that used to be the cousin tree?
You haven't spotted it yet, no. And Dina's like, well,
okay, I have an idea. I don't
see a termite mound.
I can cast a spell to speak with animals and see if they've seen any termites.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a charge from my Fochluchen Bandor to cast Speak with Animals.
You should put that in your report that you decided to use bestial telepathy. That is very common here in Witherbloom.
Oh, cool. I'll do that. I start playing my Bandor. It's like a fun little ding 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 ding. And then, I can speak to animals.
Like the Kokiri Forest theme song from Legend of Zelda. Like.
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess like I just find some animals to speak with.
Okay, make an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh my god! Oh, with advantage. That's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you use magic, so I have to give you advantage.
Thank you, and thank God you did. One was a 4, and the other one is a 17.
17. Yeah. So there, as scurrying in front of you is what seems to be some sort of squirrel entity, but it's like kind of greenish, and its tail looks like it's like trailing off and floating in the air, but like,
hey, you! Do you want a peanut?
And like takes the peanut from you.
You see some termites, or alternatively, a big Blex.
I mean, everybody's seen Blex, but no one's found him. Where? He's everywhere, man.
Whoa.
Blex is a legend in this swamp.
I heard that. Which kind of like, I personally am a big fan, and I want to go and get an autograph.
Do you have another peanut?
Honey.
Oh my god. Like it keeps eating. Like these aren't the exact lines of dialogue that this squirrel creature is delivering to you, but these are the vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
These are the like the psychic animal vibes.
It's very much Kronk's dialogue with the squirrel from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The
Did you say something about termites?
Yes.
A tree I used to live in got termites.
Is that the cousin tree?
Cousin tree? I don't know anyone called cousin tree.
Oh, that was the guy. That was the tree that you lived in.
Oh my god, whoa. Trees are guys?
Some of them.
Whoa, that's crazy, man. I didn't know I was living on a guy.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, no, it fell. We had to move out.
Shit.
Now we live in a log down by.
Oh, that sounds nice though.
Yeah, no, we're down by the detention bogs. The students are kind of annoying, but they got snacks.
Snacks are always good. Peanut.
Give me a peanut.
All right, so where was this tree that you used to live?
Like the squirrel kind of like turns around and looks like further, just like straight out into the swamp, like straight ahead of where the viewing deck is.
I will give you more peanuts if you take us there.
I mean, it's just like, and like he just points there. It's like, I mean, like he takes a peanut, but you just go that way.
Okay, cool. We'll go that way, guys. This way. What's your name, by the way?
I don't have a name.
Do you want a name?
No.
Okay, fair. I respect the choice. Have another peanut.
Thank you. Go. Goodbye, bird.
Bye. Right, it's this way, guys. Let's go. And then I guess to just like shoot the shit with some more animals as I go along the way. I'm just like, all right, friend, how's it going?
Okay, but as you approach the edge of the viewing deck, Killian's like, whoa, guys. Professor Lang said you can't leave the trail.
But there's another trail over there.
No, that's an old collapsed trail. That's not safe.
But I can fly.
Okay, but not everyone can fly. That's not fair. And also, we can't come after you if something happens.
I can jump.
I mean, I can hover.
Okay, so.
Okay, I'm not letting both. You're both first years. I'm not letting either of you out into the middle of the swamp in what is also the deepest part of the trail. So,
but
you
what if we told you that there was a creature that needed our help?
What?
Yeah. The squirrel told me there was a creature that needed our help.
What kind of creature? What kind of help?
Well, did you see that? And I point to the tree.
Yeah, it's a tree.
Yeah. Well, it used to be living, and it was a full tree person, and now it's dead. And the termites did it, and the termites are coming for a thing, and they're taking over the swamp.
I mean, isn't that like the circle of life?
Yeah,
Dina, back me up here. Dina's like, well, I mean, termite infestations are kind of hazardous towards the indigenous life here in the swamp.
Exactly. This is an outlier. It's an external creature that's come in to fuck with the ecosystem, and that's not about balancing nature.
Okay. I'll get you to make a persuasion check.
Okay. Which day is it?
You have Dina on board to a degree.
Okay.
But you still need to win over Killian.
Okay. Oh, yes! 25.
25?
Maybe, that's a natural 19 on the dice.
Y'all are level 2. What the fuck?
And I got a +6.
It's expertise.
It's not even an expertise, baby. That's just normal.
Oh, I can't wait for this karma to like get you guys in the ass. Anyway,
I rolled the most nat ones out of everybody here.
Fair.
Maybe. So Killian seems to be like, okay, what we'll do is we're going to fashion a line tied to the viewing deck that some of us are going to stay behind and make sure that everybody is safe and to pull the line in case shit gets weird. And
it's like pats Lorene on the shoulder as he says that because he knows she'd want to stay behind.
yeah, Lorena's like, there's no way fucking hell I'm going into that swamp.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dina's like, well, yeah, let's do it. And
Yes, Dina.
As they're like deciding that, and as they have decided that, to help like put the line, or like to hold onto the line, I guess, Zenith is gonna like just walk off the pier, but not drop. Because I'm gonna cast levitate on myself and just kick myself a little bit off, and I'm gonna float out towards the other one with the line.
I'm levitating. The Milky Way.
Yeah.
I'm renegading.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. So you guys faintly hear Dua Lipa echo through the swamp as Zenith kind of like floats over the still waters.
I want to like tie like this line to like the other like kind of dilapidated, like, or not tie it. I'm going to help set it up anyway with Killian, however he wants to set it up.
Yeah. So yeah, the line is tied to like the biggest post on the thing. Is anyone here good with knots?
I often, and I'm on a sky ship, so I assume I'm quite good at knots, right?
You meant in per...
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the character?
Yeah, I'll let you make a...
I thought you were asking us, the players, if I got the name of a knot or something.
Anybody got some expertise in Shibari? We got some
Arcavios after dark.
Ooh.
I guess Edith would also like maybe around like the temple have to like fasten stuff. I don't know, maybe. I'll try and
Belts, I'll get you to make a sleight of hand check to try
cool. 14.
14. Okay, cool. Yeah, you fashioned a decent knot. And when you're done, Dina's like, okay, we can spruce this up a bit. And she waves a hand, and like vines and the wood around the post start to just grow in and around the rope, so that it like holds the rope still, like secures it. Basically, it grows the post up and around the rope, doing like nature magic or whatever. And and Dina's like, all right. So I'll go with you guys into the swamp, and Killian will stay here and look after the boring first years. So, and Kataras is like, the what first years?
Yeah,
and she's
Kataras.
like, and Dina's like, you guys just haven't been talking that much. And Kataras is just like, I'm shy. But
it's okay, Kataras. You have many virtues.
Thank you, Zenith. But I'm not going in there.
That's honestly fair. Lorene has snacks.
Oh, she does.
I do. I give some of my snacks to them, as they say.
Okay, great. And they're kind of like writing out their reports and like they're kind of like crisscross applesauce on the walkway and like comparing notes while you guys start to venture into the swamp. And so Dina, like, what she does is she just kind of like jumps into the swamp water and kind of like she like lands with a splash, and she like comes up to her waist in the swamp water, and she just kind of like starts to like and like trump her way towards the tree stump that you guys pointed out.
Bri was wearing like a kind of
follow her, but look like.
Bri was wearing like a sheepskin trench, like clearly made for someone who is at least 7 foot tall. But before he like gets into the water, it goes out into the swamp and gets into it. He takes the jacket off, so he's bare chested, and like drops it next to the waiting students. It's like, if you lose that, you pay for it.
Killian's like, hey, nice coat, man.
Thanks, man. It's custom made.
Cool. So is this, and he like points to it, like, well, it's like white. When you get closer, it's like white leather, like, but like it like crisscross like leather like cloak jacket situation ensemble. Very sharp. Very cool.
Why would you wear white in the swamp? Nice. That's my question.
And Killian's like, do you see a stain on this?
It's probably from an arcane tailor from the city.
All right,
sure is.
I fly. Because if I go in the water, I will be like under the water. Oh.
Venus is like just hovering on top of the water level, and it just like finds like nearby trees to like push himself.
I can steer you. I can steer you as I fly.
Oh, you can! Fly with me. Come fly with me.
All right, perfect. Cole, what are you doing here?
Cole is 100% forest stepping between the trees. So he's literally putting a hand on the first tree next that before they even go down the rope, and merging with it and appearing 60 feet away on holding and like kind of one arm wrapped around the trunk of another tree, waiting for the others to kind of catch up.
Do we know he could do that?
Wow, slay. I mean, I feel like Zenith would have we would have all noticed him probably doing this, and we'd just kind of
He's a new surprise every day.
Oh, that's very impressive.
And so you guys are all making your way further into the swamp, and what you start to notice is that the sounds of the swamp almost start to kind of deaden in the air. Like you heard everything really up in the canopy, but now that you're down, there's a lot of soft surfaces and a lot of sounds are just being kind of muted by it, other than just kind of the sloshing of the swamp water that between Brian and Dina. So you guys are able to just kind of swoosh, with your various methods of locomotion, have made your way into your guys are about maybe 50 feet into away from the viewing deck now. And Zenith, you had the line, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you've got the line, and as you guys approach what appears to be a fallen, it's almost it's the size of a redwood. This tree that has collapsed. So it stretches into the haze. You can't see the top end of it, but you do see the splintered and shattered stump of it that just kind of juts up out of the water. And the fallen trunk. Sorry, my can of monster is giving me gas.
Sassy baby.
Oh no!
Someone rub my tummy.
It's fine. It's just the swamp gases.
It's just the swamp gases. It's ambiance. So as you guys approach this, and Dina's like, "So was this the tree?" She's like, "I can't. It's definitely dead."
Are there any termites on it?
Make a perception check.
I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry.
16.
16. You don't see any right away. From you guys you're also up in the air.
How long has it been since I cast my spell?
Which spell? The talk with animal spell? 5 minutes.
Cool. I'm just hey guys, trying to attract the attention of a termite.
Okay. Make another animal handling check with not disadvantage.
Not disadvantage? Okay, that's just straight.
Yeah.
19.
19. So when you throw your awareness out into the surrounding area to find what animals you can speak with, you are greeted by thousands and thousands of tiny little voices going, "Hey, hi, 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 hi,
One at a time, Jesus."
They don't let up as but you do hear thousands of tiny little consciousnesses.
Do you have a queen
within the tree trunk? Do termites have queens?
No. I feel yes.
Probably. Most animals don't build giant mounds unless they've got a queen or something.
Where's your queen? Let me talk to you.
Zenith, Google this.
Already on it, baby.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Termite queen, your majesty.
You don't hear anything from in that regard. You just hear hi.
Guys, where do you come from?
We come from everywhere.
Yeah, but specifically the place that you were born from, the Blacks.
The Blacks. What? Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Blacks. And Dina's like, wait, Blacks?
Yeah.
You guys are looking for Blacks?
Yeah.
Oh, you absolute amateurs. No one's seen Blacks in years.
Yeah, but we're trying to find him.
Yeah, you and every other Witherbloom student.
Yeah, but we've got...
Come on, you guys brought me all the way out here. Are there actual termites?
We've got to leave. Yes, the termites are here.
Yes, right here.
Oh, okay, fine. And Dina just with like, well, she waves a hand and like a giant like vine arm like rises out of the water and just like smacks the tree trunk, and then you hear the and like you see termites start to like burst out from the inside of the tree trunk and like start to crawl up and down the tree trunk. And they're just like, oh, thump, what was that? Oh, some motion.
It's like 1,000 voices just screamed out at once.
Oh. Horrendous. But surely they would know where to find. Surely their queen.
That's
would know
who
where
I'm trying to
this
talk
creature
to.
is, if that's where
Right,
they come
guys,
from.
let me talk to the woman in charge. Come on.
The Dina's like, the termite queen? Really?
Yeah. I need to go straight to the boss. Come on.
So
Well, I'm not one to object to unorthodox research methods. And she's like, go ahead.
Right, I point to the termites and I'm like, right, okay, enough of your bullshit. Take me to mum.
And the queen's like, mother. Mother.
Father.
has arrived.
Make another animal handling check.
Stop making me do this. I'm only got a +1.
Stop trying to communicate with animals.
Okay, I swear to God, that is a natural 19.
It's blurry.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Make it not
I'll make
blurry,
it not
Emery. I need the
blurry.
proof. No, I'm kidding. You're fine. Don't worry.
Pictures
Okay.
in the Discord.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah. So yeah, you you demand that they take you to their
With
leader.
a +1, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, cool.
Dirty.
So let me see.
Filthy 20.
Filthy.
So as you guys
Filthy.
you guys see the swarm of like scuttling and writhing termites all across this thing, and they suddenly like they part just like in like a ring around the one slightly larger one as as what appears to be the queen emerges from within the tree trunk, and you hear all the tiny voices going, mother.
I do like a formal bow with my wings as well. Your Majesty.
Hello.
I'm so sorry to bother you. But we need to find Blex. Have you seen him?
Blex, Lord of Pests.
Yes, that one.
Why? He isn't here.
No, I know that, but do you know where he is?
No.
Fuck.
it's very aggrandizing, but like
Yeah.
very matter of fact, like no.
All right. Well,
Dina's like, well, what'd she say?
said no.
No, what?
He hasn't seen Blex.
Well, can you tell him to bugger off?
Bugger off, Your Majesty.
No.
I splash some water at them.
Dina's like, all right,
Well, fuck.
well, time to go exterminate her, and she just like starts to like whack the tree trunk with like big vines, and like then she all the termites go flying, and then she just like it's like, okay, now we need, and she like pulls a vial and like shakes it and just like, and like a big plume of purple gas just like billows out of it, and she just like starts to wave it like incense. She's like, get.
Look, they were kind of assholes, so I'm not against this.
No, I mean, sometimes magic is other worlds and traveling across space and time, and sometimes it's stamping on bugs.
And Dina's like, in my experience, it's mostly stepping on bugs, and she just like,
Right, you've got some
My
on you.
tuition's well spent.
you pay for tuition?
Is this school free?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Dina's just like,
I mean,
what kind of world? What kind of world would make people pay for their education?
an awful
That's ridiculous.
I know, honestly, terrible.
An awful one.
Yeah, Dina's like, what a weird society that would be.
Terrible.
Good thing we live in a good society.
We live in a society.
Imagine if they made
Anyway.
us pay for our healing.
That would be ridiculous. Anyway,
Privatized spell slots.
And as you know, like, and like the concoction that she's like built like spraying around is like, it smells like very, very like sweet and like kind of like kind of cloying, but like the termites seem to be like dispersing rapidly. And she's just like, well, hopefully that keeps them away from the rest of the trees. I'm gonna mark some of the ones around, and she just kind of like and troubles around and starts to like spray the rest of the trees. She's like basically like doing like spraying like weed killer, but like for termites.
I go up to Cole and I say, "No more cousins shall fall today."
Wow, like, but yeah, that's great. But we need to get Blex's attention.
How do we do that?
I could just roar really loud.
That's a great idea.
That might scare him away, though.
Scare him out.
And Dean is like, Blex is not going to come to a roar. He generally runs away from sounds.
What is he like?
What is it the pests like? You're a Witherbloom student. What do they tend to like?
They like food.
What kind?
Bell opens
Mostly mulch.
Bell opens his jacket.
Not really people food.
Oh.
We could
You
like
eat
chew it
people
up
for
and
food
spit it
sometimes, but
out. Chew it all up. Spit it back out.
Oh, I've got an idea. I'm going to
ew.
start to cast Prestidigitation. To give like, you know, like that smell of like the sweet smell of decay up in the air.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's noses are filled with the lovely aroma of decomposition, and Dina's like,
Oh,
what's cooking?
It smells like Guillaume's kitchen
And
out here.
I fly
now.
up and sort of do like a, you know, when like a crop dust, basically.
He's processing the whole food.
The literal sense of the crop dust. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zena, you feel a tug on the rope, and you hear very far off. You're going, "Is everything okay? Okay, okay."
I just kind of whip the rope a little bit. It's like, all good.
And then you see like a little like light, like a blinking light, like you see Killian like waving a hand, like blinking a magical light. He's like, "Cool." And Dina's like, "Owlboy,
Venus
what are you
kinda
doing?"
does the same.
I'm trying to attract Blex with mulch smells.
Well, I wouldn't say you're the first to try that,
Oh, fuck.
but I mean, I don't know. No one's ever tried it here. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't scoured every inch of the swamp, but you know, we've all had our inaugural Blex search.
Zenith is going to just like push away from the crowd and find Cole and just like kind of like
Hi, bestie.
seeking beside whatever tree he is like currently teleported out of. Like, is there any other trees here that might know anything more, or might know things that this creature seems to be attracted to? Any more hints?
Cole. Yeah, Cole is gonna.
I can not look, or I can be away while you talk.
Cole just rolls his eyes and just again, kind of looks at the tree. I'm very sorry to disturb you. We're looking for Blex.
You and every other student that wanders through here, darling.
I know, but
Everyone's always Blex this, Blex that, but no one ever asks how the tree's doing. We have a termite epidemic.
that's what we're dealing with. I was
I
speaking
can
to
smell
him.
that.
Yeah, but if Blex is the source, then
Don't you hunt me, honey. We're not like that.
Apologies. I just figured I'd slip into the vernacular to make this a little bit easier.
Well, if it's hard for you, that sounds like your problem.
Okay. I just really want to help get rid of Blex for you guys. And full transparency, it'll really help me get one over on, and he's gonna go just look over at Dina, the lady that's currently pummeling the corpse of your dead cousin.
Well, I don't care about him. He's dead.
Yeah.
I don't care about your little interpersonal squabbles. I'm a tree. By gum.
Okay.
You think it's all about you? Oh, you. All of you all you four-limbed weirdos.
Okay.
Anyway,
I tried to be nice. I really did.
we clearly didn't try that hard.
You don't know me well enough.
You don't know me well enough. I'm a tree.
I know what you're going to sound like when you start screaming when I bring a colony of termites over.
You wouldn't.
Oh, trust me.
God,
I very much would.
You little fleshlings are all the same. Ugh.
Take a look.
I don't have eyes, weirdo.
I'm one of you. So I know what it's like when you catch a couple of mites. It's annoying at best, and it can be quite painful at worst. So imagine really if the termite queen that and he's gonna point over at Belt, my friend was talking to there. And maybe my friend's gonna tell her that he knows of a particularly succulent, if not mouthy tree, that when push came to shove, rather decided that it was in her best interest to not help us get rid of Blex, the aforementioned source of the termites in the swamp, because she doesn't like fleshlings.
Make an intimidation check.
And I will do it on D&D Beyond. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Jesus Christ.
Guys.
I can't wait for combat to roll around you all to fucking fail.
We're all gonna die.
And she's like, okay. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. You know, well, I don't want to go the way of my neighbor over there. So, I can tell you what I have gleaned about this Blex that y'all pursue so viciously. He just wants to be left alone, by the way. But if it was me or him, I gotta go look after my own bark here. Blex pestilence and decay follow him wherever he goes. Termites, infections, vitriol. He deposits it like a filthy little giant fucking pest. And I'm sick of it. So, frankly, I would be delighted to see the behind of that particular creature. He passed through here 2 days ago to check on the colonies. And he went on his merry way. And he's been traipsing around the fen about 2 miles down that way. And if you see him, extricate him. If you could. I will say he is getting mighty large, though.
Don't worry, we've got a very large pest of our own. And just going to shoot a look over at Bri and smile.
Yeah.
And Dina looks over to you, Cole, and is like, any luck?
Yeah.
Trees here are kind of cantankerous.
Oh, really? Oh, that's strange, Dina. Maybe they're just picking up on your hostile, cold nature. It's 2 miles that way.
There is no... You guys should be back already.
Yeah. And Cole is gonna forest step in that direction.
All right.
Zenith's gonna.
I fly down and start steering Zenith.
I really hope Belt is just going. Pop, 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 pop,
Yeah,
pop,
still blasting out mulch.
Cool.
So they're all gone, and Bri is left standing there in like waist deep, dirty water with her, and he's just kind of like, "Bye."
What? You can't do anything cool?
I don't need to. I can. Not yet. Goodbye.
Come on, man. And she just kind of like, she's like waist high in like the swamp water, but like, yeah. So that means you're like thigh high.
I've got a nice
So, like-
ring that helps me jump, but I don't know how well that would work if I'm partially submerged. I've been pulling up a lot of water with me.
Probably. I don't know. That sounds like a quandary.
Sounds like maybe I should just walk.
Yeah. Come on.
Let's go after him.
Yeah. So maybe you could tell me more about your parents while we walk. You said they're Witherbloom?
They were, yeah. They, the Weaver Main Industries. It's kind of,
Oh, that Weaver Man?
Yeah.
You guys cut down a lot of trees.
People want them.
That's true. Just an observation.
That's the,
And she's like,
what's the fancy word for farming?
deforestation?
No, the other one. Agriculture. That's the agriculture industry for you.
Can't say I'm a fan.
Dirt to plate.
Yeah, that's your family motto, isn't it?
Well, one of the branches. It's probably a question for the PR team. I'll give you their owl address. You can ask these questions personally to the company. I am currently off the books.
I don't really care enough.
Oh, thank fuck for that. All I know
And she
is
just,
that we have
but
a
she
lot
just
of
kind of
money.
like, yeah. But as you guys are walking, she like kind of like pulls out a glowing orb, and she's like, "Kelly, we're going a bit deeper into the swamp, okay? Yeah, okay, cool. Love you. Bye." Pink. And she's like, and you and Bri, you quickly hear like, "Dina, wait!" But she puts the orb back in her pocket, and she's like,
Wait, if you got a boyfriend ball, why are we bothering with the rope?
"I didn't bother with the rope. That was for you guys.
Well, I'm not holding the
I
rope.
can get back perfectly fine. Well, your little floaty friends are."
Oh, thank God for that. I thought we'd just left it behind.
I mean,
It's more to Moore.
Dina, do you have 2 miles worth of rope?
Well, if I don't have
Probably
the
not,
rope,
no,
and
so-
you
We've
don't
all
have the
got-
rope,
Then who's driving the car?
Don't we all have 50 foot of hempen rope?
Not
After that's not 2
Not
miles.
school.
It's not 2 miles, but I believe that.
After 10 minutes of us like traveling, Zenith will have to walk.
Yeah, as you guys like Dina and Bri, you both like look up. You see Zenith like kind of above you, but like as you guys just keep walking, it's just kind of like
Just hovering.
it's slowly dropping like a
Stepping
5-day
down.
birthday balloon.
And I'm gonna find like something that's not like water and just like kind of stay on the sides near like the trees and kind of like hug them and walk them on that.
How
if
light
possible.
are you?
Oh, I'm probably kind of. I don't know. I
mean,
think Zenith's
you're an
not.
air genasi, so you're probably like what?
Yeah, I'm like
Probably like
I'm
150
like 6.
pounds.
I'm like 6 foot, but probably like
But like a
Only like 60
skinny
kilos.
6 foot.
yeah,
skin tea.
I
probably
could.
probably technically lighter than 60 kilos because I think air genasi are probably
Yeah.
lighter.
I
Than
could
you're
probably
probably-
try and carry you. I'm quite strong.
You
You could.
you
All right.
drown.
If you want to try,
Yeah, I'll try.
You drown.
All
So
right.
what's gonna happen? He's gonna like fall in the water.
Belt, make a strength check
Okay.
or athletics or whatever.
Yeah, I can do that. +4. A 21.
21. What the fuck?
No,
bro?
+4, baby.
Oh wait, do you mean carry and fly?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just meant like on your shoulders. I was like, you drowned. High water.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. Yeah, no, you lift Zenith over the surface of the water. You list and kind of like struggle a little bit, but yeah, no, you're.
It's definitely
like
your feet are like skimming the water.
Yeah, like I'm skipping them off the water. I'm like.
I'm glad we established that I can do this.
Honestly, same.
But you might not have so much luck with your other party
It
members.
is no way in hell carrying the tree and the lion man.
That's a good question though. Does Cole weigh more than like an average shorty?
No, because he's not particularly muscular. He's basically a weed.
Oh yeah, you're like bendy. You're like bendy plants.
So I can carry 2 of the party is what I'm hearing.
On a good roll, yeah, maybe.
On a good roll.
On a good roll, I would say you still can only carry one.
No, I mean like 2 members, not both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, that
could
also
have
makes sense.
Cole and Zenith on each shoulder, and then Belt you could see on each of their shoulders, and we'll just assemble like a Power Ranger.
Like a Power Ranger. 4 half.
Oh my god, are we bloody Voltron?
Yeah, Voltron.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
They're just like shooting magic off, like
Exactly
you just
like
got
Voltron.
Cole with like Eldritch Blast, and like me with Guiding Bolt and Belt on top.
Wonderful.
Powerful.
So yeah, you guys put on quite a show as you guys travel through the swamp, and Dina's like,
He just turns and kind of like.
No, stop moving.
Thoroughly enjoying himself. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. So you guys slowly make your way through the swamp. Can I get everybody to make survival checks? If you fail, you die.
I do this.
Oh, great.
I assume that's what a survival check means, right?
Flat 10.
I'm not lying. I'm going to send this into the Discord as well. Fucking hell.
That one.
Are you serious?
I got 12.
That fucking one. That dice is in jail.
Okay.
Dakota Irish, you have.
This is my net. I got a 19 again.
Dakota Irish. Okay.
Love you, babe.
So I got a survival, you say?
Yeah.
30-20. You're asking for all of my worst rolls, and I have.
And you're giving.
The dice are. They're giving.
She's serving. Technically, I got a 4 because my 1 was a 4, but it was an at 1, so.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So you guys. I mean, like that's middling. I guess you two high ones, 2 low ones. Yeah.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That averages out. But Dean is pretty savvy in the swamp, even though she's just kind of like trudging along. She like occasionally uses like big vines to kind of like up and swing and lift herself up over past things and whatever. You guys seem to avoid any of the huge, scary monsters that the students have been mentioning. And you
honestly kind of forgot about those.
This swamp is wonderful. But you guys reach what looks to be like some sort of it looks kind of like a beaver dam, like across the swamp, and like a big like twigs and silt and mud kind of like mound. And as you get closer, you can hear scuttling and as like spiders and millipedes and worms and all matter of little critters are kind of like just writhing and falling in and around. Like they seem to be just kind of like pouring from this like mound of like of dirt and detritus from the swamp. And Dina's like, well, if the Lord of Pests were to reside anywhere,
seems it might be here.
Can we fly up and have a little scoop over the dam?
Yeah. Can I get you to make a stealth check, Belt?
Oh. Yeah, sure. Stealth is 17.
17. Yeah, you're able to. You do the quiet, stealthy owl flap, whatever the owls do.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You can set me
I'm
down.
fully
also.
definitely
I'm gonna,
setting you
like,
down first. Nat 1.
Yeah.
I don't need that energy.
While on the ground, I'm gonna kind of keep my eyes peeled and kind of have an active lookout for some fur.
okay. Make a perception check.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself because I don't trust myself. That is 22 and 2 is 24.
24. Okay, so with that perception check, you see that the swamp is not completely deserted, obviously. It is a swamp. It is writhing and teeming with life. So you do spot a little further down, like past the trees, some larger shapes that are kind of like trudging along in the swamp water. You see like birds and stuff up in the air. You spot a few like bats kind of fluttering around, but coast seems to be clear for the minute. And Belt, you get a bird's eye view of this dam, and it seems to be centralized around this mound, and the dam just kind of like spreads out, and like it seems to have like been like a stopper for a large portion of this swamp, and like the water here is quite deep, and on the other side, it's just kind of like sludge and muck from the bottom of the swamp, and that pit in itself is also writhing and scrabbling with tiny little insects and spiders and worms and any manner of little creepy crawlies that you could think of.
Okay. I have a question about pests.
No sign of Blex. Yeah. There's also a shitload of pests, like small little baby pests.
Small pests. I have a question about them specifically. They are they're lab grown, right?
No, they're collected in the swamp and then grown in labs.
Okay. Are they able to speak any languages or anything?
Let me check.
Like humanoid languages, I guess, is what I'm saying.
No.
No. Okay. So they're very much like a.
They're a creature. Yeah.
Creature.
They're a magical creature, but they're still a creature.
Like, why don't you try doing your stinky crop duster thing here?
Oh. Good idea. Yeah, I'll start puffing out some mulch smells.
And Dina's like, I got one better. And she pulls out a very damp looking satchel with like a brown patch, a wet patch at the bottom. She's like, real mulch will probably draw it out a lot better.
You had that
I can fly it around a bit, or?
Yeah, here. She like tosses you the big bag of mulch. And
scoop.
And he's like, sprinkle it around like confetti.
Great. Gross. Start like at a wedding, just start spreading it.
Yeah. Okay. So as you do, the like wherever it lands, the pests seem to like coalesce around it to like.
Hey, that's not for you. Not for you.
Make a. What kind of check would this be? Make a nature check. Nature check.
Okay. I've got okay. Right. Which I'm gonna stay with you. 13.
13. Yeah. You toss it. You sprinkle it out across. Like you try and cover a wide swath, but it's a big area, and you're making like it's like splooshing into the water, and like you're catching little bits of it, but you seem to just kind of like you're throwing mulch around. That's kind of like the smell is definitely there. It smells like rotting earth and decay and stuff. And Dina is like, "You're doing great. You need to buy me a new bag when we get back."
How much would it cost?
Oh, it's like 4 copper.
Done.
Well, I'm so glad the money is no object to you.
Listen, I come from a very... I like flying up in the air, squawking this as it happens. Look, I didn't ask to be born into money, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
and also, I made all the money that I own by myself, performing.
I think Venus is going to have a little bit of a look around the like nest kind of area and just try and like see if there's any like tracks or recent like activity, and once again, definitely casting guidance on himself the whole time he's doing this.
Guidance.
You have to use it.
Yeah, you have to use it. So I'm just gonna like explore and like have a look, mainly looking for tracks and evidence of this animal being here recently.
Okay, that will be a survival check.
Perfect stuff. I expected. That is not very high. That's better. Obviously, survival. That's a 12.
12. Yeah, so you start to like kind of like try and like trudge up. You have to like step on mud and branches and stuff to like even get like within arm's reach of this huge mound. It's about like 20 by 20 feet, and you like are just trying to like see if there's like an opening or anything or whatever. As you do, you like the second you get close, like the smell like gets even worse, and like worms and stuff fall onto you, and you're like there's like you feel like a tickling as a centipede like crawls behind your neck, and like it's a very buggy situation, but you don't seem to find anything that sticks out.
Can't find anything, any evidence of it being here recently so far.
And Dean's like, well, he's been known to just make the nests and then leave after a little while. I've got no idea how long this one is here. I mean, the branches look kind of fresh. The decay isn't too bad, so this could have been the most recent. It's hard to tell. Also, it's really dark in here. And she just like waves a hand in front of her face, and she's like you guys are like in like dim light at the minute, so like visibility is super low.
Oh, that's not a problem for me.
Well, look at you. You can see in the dark, and you come from money. You have it all. Dina didn't say that. That was me.
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
I don't think I have dark vision, but I have the light cantrip.
But Dina's like, maybe we should just try and like destroy it and like, or like set it on fire and like flush him out.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's. Well, if he's still here, are there any entrances or?
I mean, maybe under the water.
How much water is around us?
You guys like, are you Zenith? You're probably like chest high, like up the swamp water at the minute. Like the dam has like raised the water level considerably.
Yes. Okay. Maybe if we destroyed the dam.
I can actually do something about that. Thing is, my feathers are not particularly waterproof, so I would definitely not love to swim.
That's fine. You can fly though.
Yeah, but if we've got to go under the water, that's not.
I could help destroy the dam, and Dina like offers help with that if you so desire.
Thing. Oh no, the different spell.
Can Cole cast Eldritch Blast at the dam?
Yeah, absolutely. Make an attack roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's a nat 20, and I rolled it on D&D Beyond, and Jake can verify.
It's just popped up on my thing as well, yeah.
Deal. Damn.
3 this game.
Combat.
3 for this game.
Y'all are
jinxed. Declan, go buy a lottery ticket and share it.
Please tell us in chat if you won the lottery. You owe us some money.
Raffling off Declan's lottery tickets after the night.
You just level a finger and just go, and Dina's like, oh, and then like there's a splash of like the pale pink sickly energy and just kind of like blasts a hole into the dam. Can you roll damage on it?
Yep.
You roll higher than a certain amount. That will be considerable amount of damage.
That was a crappy amount of damage. How do you factor d20s for damage? Do you just double it?
Oh, you just double it
at the end, right?
6.
6, yeah. 6. You blast a chunk off of it, off the top. You see bugs and muck go flying, and Dina's like, "All right, well, let's get going." And she just kind of like pulls a hand back, and like, and then with the same motion, a vine like bursts out of the swamp water and just slams down.
Shillelagh and start bonking as well, or battering at it.
Yeah. So you guys are able to quickly destroy the swamp. Can I get everyone who's standing in the water to make
strength saving throws, so they don't get pulled in case they get like sucked away.
Oh shit! Was I in the water?
You came down into the water.
You, yeah.
Yeah. I was searching. Wait, where was the nest that I was searching? Was that in the water?
The nest is like the nest is on the dam, so it's like nest dam, like a line.
Then I would be back in the water by Dina. So yeah, fair enough.
Got 17.
Yeah, so Brian, you're able to like hold your ground.
Oh.
What'd you get, Dina?
What is it? Just a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
That's a 12.
A 12. That's pretty good. Let me roll for Dina. That's not so good. Dina starts to get slipped and pulled by the fast racing current of the water. I assume you're like over by a tree or something.
Still, full on like.
Can I make a roll to try and grab her?
Yeah, absolutely. Just make an athletics check or reflexes or something.
Yeah, if I saw her going, I'd probably try to grab her.
Athletics was a 10.
Dina's like, no, I got it, and she like throws the vine up and like it like just like grabs onto one of the trees and she holds onto it. She's like,
best skill.
I'm good.
Okay.
But she pulls herself back up, and as you guys are standing in about like knee high muck, like about like so like the level of the water has dropped by about like 2 feet, and it's just kind of like distributing out into like it caused like it kind of swept over like that pit that Belt saw, so like all the pests seem to have been like washed away, and you just kind of like Belt your speak of animal spells probably still isn't up. So how long does it last for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
You walked for quite a while, so that's gone.
Yeah.
Adaptation is the same, so they both went out around the same time.
Yeah, but as you guys look, you can see like at the bottom of the nest that had been previously covered by swamp water, you do see a small little like opening.
Like a non-watery opening?
Yeah, really wet opening.
Bryce slowly approaches the wet opening.
It's full of worms. As you get closer. Yeah.
I'm gonna like. Is it a large opening? Like
it's about like 3 feet wide.
Perfect for me. Right. Okay. The problem is
try and smoke this creature out. Then
I hate enclosed spaces.
Smoke is a good idea.
That's fine, but we can try and scare it out to us.
Okay, I can do
perhaps
that.
Perhaps this isn't the only opening. There might be another. So if we put some smoke next to this and try and draft it in, and then all stand around, it might come out here or in another place.
Fine.
I can do with prestidigitation. You can cast up to 3 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time, and they affect a 10-foot area, which means I can blast 30 foot of smoke in this tunnel. And
sure, that checks out.
It lasts for an hour.
Yeah, you can try that.
Yeah, we could also light actual fire too.
Wait, does that
help it?
So it's that you can create like a 10-foot cube of smoke?
3 times.
But then wouldn't the combined effects be within the same 10-foot cube?
Yeah, I think.
No. It says 3 separate effects.
Yes, but
they can just do the same effect 3 times.
Yeah.
But then wouldn't that be within?
So
I'll allow it.
I can push. It doesn't say a 10-foot cube. It just says 10 foot. So I can push 30 foot of smoke. 30 foot of 10-foot area of smoke.
Venus is just
smoke.
Fire.
And then cool. I can push that.
You probably have a tinderbox, so
blast it with my wings.
Venus is just starting to light a fire while
Belt is explaining
doing
smoke.
the magic maths. Like
I can also light the fire if you want. And I click my fingers and a fire appears.
This works.
And then I just fan it with my wings.
Yeah, we just start fanning it. I'm gonna move back to I'm just gonna move back to maybe almost the opposite side of the clearing kind of thing, just to in case it comes out of a different area.
Okay.
Start moving back anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys light the fire a little bit, and Dina's got a vine ready for snatching whatever shows up. You guys are Who's going around to the other side?
Me at least.
Okay, cool.
I'm moving
I'll
around.
go with Zenith.
Yeah, so you're able to clamber over what remains of the dam.
I'm going to be in the air, fanning it in with my wings.
Okay, cool. So can I get both Zenith and Cole to make perception checks?
Sure. Oh, that is a 23.
18.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there is a second opening lower down on the backside that had been previously covered by silt and mud and has fallen loose now that the dam has been destroyed. You do smell the smoke.
Okay, I'm going to prepare the spell Entangle, and I would like the trigger to be if I see something come out of that.
I was going to do the same thing with Entangle as well. Like I would getting ready.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tangle. An entanglement.
You want to? I suppose I would discuss with, because I didn't know you had Entangle. Is that like a druid or a dryad?
It's a thing.
It's a Cole thing.
It's a cool thing. Yeah.
Cool thing. But yeah, I'll attempt to hold Entangle.
Okay, cool.
I'll spend the spell slot on it anyway.
All right. Yeah, the spell's prepared. The vines and stuff start to like quiver and like enlarge around you, ready to cast a spell. Same for you, Cole. And a moment passes briefly, and you just see like and also a very dead, heavy silence falls over this area in the swamp. You just hear faintly in the distance, like a familiar sound of a herd of Brachus trudges that you had spotted earlier, Dahi.
Mushroom cows.
And it's slowly getting louder.
Oh, fuck. Coming up through this.
And Dina's like, we might have attracted some guests.
Oh.
And then suddenly, right in front of you, Zenith, there's a right, from the hole, bursts a large, toothy, like slimy face with like large, mismatched teeth and jagged, and like every like inch of its body is like oozing out slime and gross and slick, and a huge pest like is scrabbling out of the hole, and it sees you immediately, and
Which side?
you, it's your side.
Okay, I'll cast Entangle.
Okay, cool. The
DC is somewhere, but I don't know where to find it on D&D.
It should be if you spell
on the top margin of spells. Yeah. Let me double check.
Oh, it is. It's 13.
13.
If I'm
Okay, cool.
casting Entangle at the same time on seeing it, would there be disadvantage?
You're looking at the same spot, Cole?
Yeah, because I followed Zenith over.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'll
both
make it
do
roll
the
with
same thing.
disadvantage.
So it's 13 and it's a strength saving throw? I think?
Yeah, mine's a 12 strength saving throw as well.
Okay. Okay, cool. So lowest is a 9. So it immediately gets vines immediately wrap around it, and you just hear and like it starts to like squeal, and like you see from its skin actually like spikes start to like burst out of its pores, and like it's like and like it's like screeching like a very like almost kind of like a crying baby, and it like and Dina's like, is that him?
It looks like it.
But like as you guys are doing this, like you hear and like right like ahead of you guys in the clearing, a herd of Brachus trudges are very purposefully tromping towards this dam and hut. The smells and the fresh pickings have drawn their attention. So, but Blex is still in this entanglement, going, and it's like, and it starts to like cough up like more ick and vitriol and like into your face. Are you close to the entrance?
No, I would have stood like as much as I could back. It's
30 feet.
1 second, a 20-foot square from a point within range. I think then the range is 90 feet, so I would have been back about like at least 60, 70 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but so Blex
I
is
think Cole probably would.
Yep.
Yeah.
Besides Zenith.
yeah. So you guys are and so Dean is like, okay, what do we do? What do we do?
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't bring a cage or anything.
Okay. I think I can. I can cast Speak with Animals again using another charge.
And Dina's like, go for it.
Okay.
The trudges are going to trample us. If you come on, we gotta go.
I try to strum like a soothing song on my Verluchen Bandor and cast Speak with Animals again, and I'm like,
Immediately you hear, let me go, let me go, let me go.
Whoa, bro, calm down. It's all good. Are you okay? Look, we're here.
No, I'm not okay. You've got me tangled up.
I know we do. But this is the whole thing. Look, there's a whole
I
thing.
can't go back. You can't take me back. You'll never take me alive.
We're not gonna take you back. All we're saying is we need to move you out of here somewhere else.
I was trying to get out of here, but then you stuck for me. The fucking trudges are gonna trample us.
Let them go. If you follow us, let them go.
Can Bri run over to the trudges and do a daunting roar?
Yeah, you
at
can.
the herd. So he like bounds over and like throws his whole body into a massive roar. And they need to succeed wisdom saving throw 14.
14 wisdom saving throw. Okay, so I'm not gonna roll for each of them individually.
Yeah.
I am going to roll with. I'm gonna roll it with advantage because there's a large herd, and you're just a little guy compared to them, because they are about like 10 or 12 feet tall apiece.
We're just normal men.
We're just normal men.
Just innocent men.
So, yeah, no, that's a dirty 20 for. So they keep on barging straight towards you guys, and the first thing, the trudge that's right in front of you, Bri, it's gonna go for you. So you.
That's only my bonus action.
A 9 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Okay. Well, they start to start to barge over you. So I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh God. That's an 18. 18?
That's good. You are like shoved to one side as these like fungal beasts just completely ignoring you, knock you to the side. You do take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as they pass you, but they're barging right towards the where the damn nest was. Dina's like, okay, we gotta go, and she throws a vine around Blex and just points him up. He's like,
to help, I'm gonna drop my roots and I'm gonna throw a thorn whip on it as well to try and assist her.
Okay, make you probably don't even need to make an attack roll for that. It's restrained, so I'm pretty sure thorn whip is like a dex save anyway or something.
It's an attack roll.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, you can roll with advantage.
It's like a 10.
Yeah, that hits. It's a pass. It's not super high AC, but Dina's like, okay, let's go, and she just starts to haul ass away from the dam.
Save.
The trudge, Bri, another trudge is going to try and take a swing at you because you are still in their area. Does an 18 hit?
Right.
Oh, to me, it certainly does.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Cool. So you are going to take possibly. Let's just roll.
Like a champ.
Like a champ. 21 points of bludgeoning damage, 3 of which is poison.
Oh.
And you also need to make another dexterity saving throw. Not dexterity, sorry, strength.
That was 21.
21. You're still not knocked
I
over.
just took 21 damage.
And you just took 21 damage. So they,
Okay, I'm gonna start throwing healing words, Bri's way. And while I do so, my healing words are gonna be to try to stop the trudges from going.
Seeing as I
Like,
passed
whoa, guys, left, this way.
having passed
So,
the
like,
dex throw as well, can I maybe say that he pops off enough conscious thought to like have a little ring of jumping and just like bound out of the crowd of...
Yeah, totally. I'll get you to make an acrobatics check with advantage for that.
Athletics.
You're using magically assisted jumps.
You heal 8 HP.
Beautiful, thank you.
Ooh.
Okay, so the acrobatics is a 22.
22.
Yeah.
Acrobatics. Yeah, you acrobat your way out of danger.
You know, the
Little
belt.
Pokemon Crobat.
Yeah, belt is gonna full like you know those guys who call the airplanes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and do that with over the other side, away from Cole and everybody else. Try to. Guys, over this way, follow me, food this way.
Okay, you still have your speak with animals set up, so I will let you make either a persuasion or animal handling check.
It was ropey there though. He is really looking like a trampled Mufasa.
Yeah.
What is that? +6. 17.
Okay, 17. Yeah, the trudges seem to be very enamored and like engaged with whatever you're doing.
Okay, cool. I'm just like, come on, guys, over here. There's plenty of good food over here. What do trudges eat?
Yeah, they seem to be sweeping through the like what's left of the dam and just kind of like to just like upheaving mud and swamp like in attempt to just get at whatever tasty little goodies had been hiding in there. And Dean is like, we still gotta go. We're late.
Sure.
And the whole time, Belt, you hear Blex going, "Let go of me! Let go of me!"
I kind of land on Blex, I guess. Well, not land on, just kind of like float near him and just go like, look, dude, okay, calm down, okay? I'm not gonna let them take you back, but you can't be in the swamp, okay? You're fucking shit up.
Dean is like, what do you mean you're not letting him take with us? This is the price Witherbloom specimen. We've been looking for him for years.
Can she understand me if I'm talking Blex?
I mean, I assume you're just talking English.
No, I'm speaking to animals.
I mean, no, the speak with animals lets animals understand you.
I think.
Oh.
Can Cole, is Blex out of the burrow? Is he out of the...
Yeah, he's pulled.
Yeah,
he's being like dragged along through the water. And now that he's like fully out in the open, you can see he's probably about like 4 feet long by like 2-3 feet, like and like just like round spot, like chitinous spikes like jutting out all over its body. It's like swollen and like oozing fluids, and you can see his like large teeth are like just like oozing black ichor, and he's just like, let me go.
Can
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Can Cole put a hand on it? And
It's very slimy.
Yep, that's totally fine. He's cleaned the room and he shares a room with Bry, so it's okay.
I'm gonna smell that later.
Can I siphon sorrow?
You absolutely can. I designed this. Should I remember how it works? Can you what do I need to do? It's
so
like a.
It's a. Let me have a look. See other.
What is this?
Limited use, forge, blah, 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 blah.
It's a special ability.
As a bonus action, you can attempt to forge a link. They must a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me just. I'm just gonna. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's Blex.
That's a 17.
Oh, it's only a 12 difficulty. But as he's doing it, as he still takes a d6 of psychic damage. On a failure. Sorry, it's on a success. They take half the damage, and they can't
so just roll a d6.
Okay. I rolled a 3, so 1.
Right, so plus 6, 1 point of psychic damage as you fail to forge any kind of emotional link with it. But he's still screaming. It's like but like as you try and reach your mind out a little bit, you do sense like an overwhelming
a sense of urgency and fear and like self-preservation like coming through him, but then immediately like, kind of like whisks away, and like as he like thrashes in the vines and stuff, and Dean is just like, this is my thesis, and she's just like pulling it forward.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Animal Friendship on him.
Okay.
Flex.
Yeah, go for it.
It's Wisdom save again. I think.
Again. Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, wait. I need to read spells. Succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Yes, it's usually Wisdom kind of thing.
That's a 7.
Yeah, it's a 13, so he fails.
Okay, cool. So Blex is now your friend.
Yes, and I'm just kind of like and I like take out my astrolabe, but I'm like kind of mesmerizing him with the patterns and like keeping him kind of occupied.
Yeah, he's like the eyes, like it's big, a big bulging eyes, the two primary ones, like kind of like dilate, and he's just like looking at it. It's like, I can't go back. They're gonna harvest my life essence.
I fly down to Dina and I stop her and I'm like, look, okay,
What?
Can we still like pass this class and stuff if we just like, I don't know, record an image of Blex and then just let them go away from the forest so they're not interfering with the swamp anymore, somewhere else, but still free.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous.
You
I mean,
can
like,
still.
you've already aced this survey with your troll. I'm taking this guy back so that I can coast easy for the rest of this year.
Excuse me?
Hang on, we found him.
We found him.
I helped.
You helped.
I'm the guy.
Credited in these Dina, I would like to know, are we being credited in these papers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys will get a footnote, and she like continues to like pull along.
I still have my thorn whip, and I'm gonna hold. I'm like, footnote. I didn't do this for a footnote.
You didn't do this for anything. This is a wonderful happenstance.
I did this for acumen. Same as you, darling. I'm here for success too.
I mean, the success, catching Blex means nothing outside of Witherbloom.
It's got some academic reputation.
Can Cole cut the vine that she's using to hold with his rapier?
You can make an attack roll.
It's an 18.
An 18 absolutely hits the vine. Roll for damage.
That's 10 damage.
Yeah, you cut the vine, and like Blex immediately like slams like what's left of like with it, and he just starts to like writhe and wriggle in the swamp water. He's just like, and Dina's like, Cole.
Yeah, Blex, relax.
Blex, relax. I'm like translating for.
I have to get underground. I need to be with my people.
It's fine. Don't worry. We're just gonna conduct some research. We're gonna have my friend talk to you here. And I'd like to basically like survey him on the spot using
Okay.
Belt as my translator.
Okay. Make an animal handling check between the two of you. So one of you will have advantage.
What's your animal handling?
Yeah, well, he's my animal friend. It's like +3.
I'll give you advantage on it then, and I'll give you bardic as well. So that's bardic.
Is bardic inspiration. That is 6 and 9, which is 15, and 3 is 18.
18. Okay, cool. Blex is like, you promise you'll let me go?
Yes.
Okay. And Dina's like, I'm gonna have to enforce my guide instructor authority.
Dina.
I didn't say you would let go. You can try. And I let go of my vine after we continued to speak to him about what we were talking to him about.
Blex stays kind of bobbing and floating in the swamp water.
I'm filling out my survey with the giant and Blex, basically, and I'm making sure that our team does the same. Like all four of us do the same.
Adina's like,
if you want him,
I'm going to draw a picture of him
he's
as
yours
well.
to catch. Unless, and I'm holding on to my thing, unless we get more than a footnote. You detail about the brave researchers who also assisted you, perhaps.
Make a persuasion check, Zenith.
Sure. Zenith, he wants credit. He wants credit. He's not a fucking footnote. Nobody's journal. It's low.
Yeah.
It's like 6.
Dina just like rubs her temples and she's like, "Oh, you off-campus idiots are all the same. None of you have real respect and appreciation for what this specimen represents for the college."
I have absolute respect for this specimen being a full being who you cannot take back and lock up.
I'm not gonna lock him up.
What are you gonna do to him?
We're gonna dissect him.
Exactly.
Extract his life essence energy.
Exactly. Blex, get fucking going. Out with the swamp.
No,
away.
no.
You're not safe here.
But you don't understand. And Dina's just like,
I'm cast Shillelagh and bonk her on the head.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not having this.
Cole used his reaction to get the hit on with the bonk.
Get what?
Be hit with the bonk instead of.
Oh, like dive in front?
Yeah. Not for Dina, for Belt, because he's going to be assaulting a senior student and our guide leader.
Well, it's only an 11, so.
But that's not going to hit me either.
Cole, what happens instead is Belt starts to swing his bandor, and Cole, with your wicked fast reaction time, you just like dive into Dina and shove her, both you and yourself, out of the way. You splash into water, and she's like, ugh! And like she like knocks over.
Let's run.
You can see like they're, and she's like, "Did you just try and hit me?"
I think that was a little
Sorry,
rash.
I pushed him.
Perhaps.
Is Blex running?
Blex is, you don't see Blex anymore.
Okay, yeah, they're like.
Blex is just like, Blex go.
Good. I fly away back
What's
to.
the Blex, Dina? Nobody. What are you talking about?
Who's Black?
We never found Black.
It's in your report.
Oh, is it? And Cole is going to tear the page up.
Okay, well that was stupid.
Not really, because
there's more paper back at the building.
Well, Edith,
This is
you should
also
hold on
very
to those
confusing.
results. You guys are gonna want that fucking grade.
Yeah, we will. I'm just gonna like the ripped pieces. Zenith is just gonna like hold the tattered pieces and be like, I'm just gonna store these. Look, why does the swamp do things to people?
Yeah, I thought you guys were all kind of square. Like, this is pretty fucking. You guys got some fight in you. I like this.
I thought I was the only one willing to, get my hands dirty around here.
I mean, there's getting your hands dirty, and there's that thing. And I like gesture towards where Blex was, and I'm like, that seems unnatural.
Yeah, he's fucking disgusting. God, I love that little guy. Well, let's get you back to the fucking tour. My God. Killian's gonna be so mad. She just like trudges back to the way she came.
Life's not fair, is it?
Yeah. I'm gonna also trudge back silently.
Brian, make a dexterity saving throw.
I get advantage on dex saving throws against effects I can see.
You can't see. There's nothing you can see.
Oh, that's a 1.
You trip over a root under the water.
Falls flat
face first into the swamp water.
He comes up and does like a kind of mermaid flip with his mane. It's like, oh, it's really getting to you, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
For posterity, Bri, you heal 10 hit points. I'm going to spend some healing on you as we're walking back. Unless we can make short rest on our way back, I guess.
No. You guys, at this point, you see, you guys are like halfway back, and you see a very bright white light like ahead of you, and like as you get closer, you hear someone yelling, Dina, first years, where the fuck are you? And like, and as you get closer, you can see, and Dina's like, oh god, his suit's gonna be ruined. And she, like, as the light gets closer and brighter, you see Killian like wading through the swamp water. He's like, where were you guys? What the fuck? Come on, we gotta go. And Dina's like, yeah, we couldn't find him.
That's arcane couture, and you just jumped in the fucking swamp water.
What, this? I don't give a shit. You guys could have been dead for all I know. And what does it look like if my first years died under my watch?
The thing is, we're fine, and Dina was instrumental in that.
Yeah, of course she was. Come on. And Dina's just like, Killy, come on, let's go. And then you guys are making your way back up to the viewing deck where the other first years are like, whoa, where did you guys go? Did it happen? Did you guys get attacked by anything? Are you guys dead? Are you guys ghosts? And Lorene's like, how'd it go?
Hey, we found a termite infestation. It was not noteworthy.
Oh, well, that's a bummer. Well, we should better go. We're super late. They're probably worried about us.
Yes.
And I'm wet.
You guys... And you are wet. and Killian's like, oh no, I got that. And he like waves a hand with like, and there's like a flash of white light, and all of the dirt on your body bright just goes, vanishes. And same on his coat.
I think as the group are heading back, Zenith is stay like in step with Belt, and just be like, "You okay?"
Belt is silent for maybe the first time in his life, and he just kind of like nods and then keeps trudging on.
Okay.
And then about 30 seconds later, he goes, right, okay, so
Full of chat.
I don't think that it was whatever. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
And Killian is like kind of like trying to like press Dina for details, like, baby, you okay? You seem a little out of breath. And Dina's like, I've been trudging through a swamp, Killy. Of course, I'm out of breath. And like behind them, like the rest of the first years are like, oh wow, so cool. And everyone's, but Rubina's just like, such a waste of time. This is so boring. And like you guys basically like complete the rest of the nature trail without any kind of major event happening. It's pretty quiet. Dina doesn't really turn around or talk to you guys anymore, but Killian is still like upbeat and keeping like chatting with everybody.
I think on the way back as well, Zenith would like to just as fastidiously and as true to memory as possible, just record every detail about Blex that he remembers. From the ichor it spat at him, the spikes that came out of its skin, like everything in detail, if possible. Just like from memory as the group are walking. Just in his own like personal notes.
Okay.
Bill did draw a photo of it, a picture of it. It's not good, but
and I've got some of his gunk. Like
yeah, I'm basically gonna like collect as much I guess like the gunk and the drawing. I guess Zenith is gonna like partner with the friends as well to get as much information as possible.
Perfect. Yeah.
From what we have.
Yeah, you have very good memory, so you are able to recall a lot of the details which you saw. As you do, a couple of the first years see like your nose. You're like, oh, that's cool. What's that?
Oh, it's just I'd like immediately like kind of close it. I'm like, oh, it's just we found some brackish trudges and they had some sort of yeast with them. It was difficult to identify, but I'm sure when we get the notes back to our professor, and she'll tell us all about it.
Yeah.
This is what Belt drew.
I mean, that's not that far. Try to find the. Right. Oh yeah, this is what. That's the art for Blex.
Ooh.
Oh, I did it.
It looks great.
Exactly what I drew. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a sick, gooey, goopy, freaky little guy.
Who is still free. That is the main thing.
Still free.
If it's possible, when we get to the end of like this like tour, whatever like making these notes was to make like at least to make like a copy of them so that Zenith can give them to Dina. As well as the sludge and the little like the image, just to be like, and like if there's a moment when Zenith can speak to Dina that you would like to. You're
able to steal a moment as you guys rejoin with the rest of the group. Professor Lang is like greets you all, kind of like one hand on the hip, and is just like, "Did you get lost?"
We did. I'm afraid.
Dina, I thought you would know better. The swamps are your stomping ground. And Dina's like,
it was our fault.
Yeah, we saw a two-headed troll, and I wanted to follow him.
We wanted to get closer.
You saw a two-headed troll?
Yeah.
We did. Fascinating.
That's fantastic. You didn't get too close, did you?
No.
Oh, I tried to, but Dina stopped me.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Belts. With advantage, because other people are lying for you.
Yeah.
Deception, I have a... What do I have to that? +6, so that is a 24.
24. Yeah, you're able. You spin a very colorful tale of how you guys tried to follow a two-headed troll, and but Dina and Killian dutifully stopped you guys, and no one is none the wiser. But Zenith, you are able to steal a moment with Dina briefly to just kind of like hand her the folded piece of paper.
I just say, Dina, I'm sorry about the entire end of that excursion. I didn't realize what we were getting this creature into, and I guess we had some disagreements, but I have a very sharp memory, and we have this sample, and maybe this will help your thesis or research.
Well, since you're in the mood for sharing, and she starts to like rummage her in her vial, like, and she pulls out, I also got a sample of some of his bile, and she like pulls out, she's got a pair of tweezers and is like, I also got one of his horns. Do you want some shavings?
Oh, I'm sorry, my internet went fuzzy. Can you repeat that?
I got one of his spines. Do you want a snippet?
Absolutely. And if you are looking to expand your studies of these and you would like someone to maybe have a fresh eye to look over them, please. I work at the library, so.
Oh, I don't really. I'm more of a field researcher, but
I'm an excellent.
Thank you.
And I just,
I can tell your handwriting is very organized.
Thank you. I do try, and this is an exact copy of my own notes from my own personal research. I will be submitting the two-headed giant and other things for this research, just to not let the cat out of the bag about this thing for you. Just maybe more than a footnote, and I wink at her.
Right. Right. Well, Killy, we should get going. We have dinner plans, and she like links her arm around Killian's, and she's like, "Yeah, let's get going." And they exit the scene.
I want to slide
and
up
Professor
to
Lang is
Cole.
like, a two-headed giant. It's marvelous.
Brackish trudges.
I cannot wait to hear about this report.
Well, let's best get going. We've kept everyone waiting room for too long. Come, let's go.
I want to slide up to Cole and be like, she's kind of a dick.
That's why I call her Deekna.
Yeah. Also, maybe me and you should talk about, and I whisper very quietly, cheating on the exams, because I cheated and I got away with it, so we could probably do better together.
Cole is going to take a look at Professor Lang and the other notes that he took on the field trip. He's not going to submit the ones he did on Blex. He tore those up, but he did make notes on the Karok and the swarms of pests and their behavior and stuff like that.
Cool.
I won't be doing that again.
Okay, fair. Respect it.
I won't tell anyone.
Oh, thanks.
Immediately turns back to Zenith.
Like Zenith already knows that.
Okay.
No, Zenith doesn't know that he cheated, but Zenith knows that Bell lied about the results that he got.
Okay.
Zenith.
As you guys are rejoining the group, you are found by Greta, Aurora, Rosie, and like that whole group of people. They'd all been corralled into their own group, and they're like, and Rosie's still like in her giant puffer coat, but like you can see now she's like really sweaty. She's like, "Hey guys, how'd the tour go?" I'm really sweaty. Swamps are really humid.
Take it off, maybe.
It's pretty.
You just I unzip it.
Usually, like the body odor just like blasts your face. It's just like
that's nothing compared to the swamp.
Oh, it's so different. It's two smells competing.
Did you guys see anything cool?
Yeah. All right.
It was a nice journey.
Aurora creeps up behind Rosie, and she's just like, "We saw a giant, big, creepy," and she like is like dancing her fingers up like Rosie Biff's arm. She's like, "Spiders," and Rosie's like, "No, they hate spiders." And Aurora's just like, "Oh, come on, they weren't even that big." And Rosie's like, "They were the size of a carriage." And Aurora's like, "You're exaggerating." And Rosie's like, "No, I have records." And she like drew like a giant spider, like very poorly drawn, and like a tiny little Rosie next to it. And she's just like, "For scale."
That's like
and
4
Rosie's
roses.
It's like
very impressive.
Aurora's like, "That doesn't seem scientifically accurate." And Rosie's like, "I think the professor will decide on that." And Aurora's like, "Yeah, fair enough."
I think all scientific illustrations come from somewhere. You're on your way, Rosie.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm more of a scribe instead of a draftswoman, you know. But
Me too.
Yeah. I need to go have another shower.
Us too.
And you guys make your way.
Swamp water on me, so I'm good.
Yeah, you guys make your way back to your respective campuses, and you're able to clean off, for those of you who need it, and you're able to collect your notes and such for your field trip report. And you have completed your field trip, and that is where we will end tonight's session. Wow.
So stressful. I was so stressed about the whole Lex thing. And then when it was so stressful.
I mean, like, you guys rolled incredibly high on the survey, so that's what pulled that pulled Blex up. So
I was not about to have an innocent animal get locked up again. Hell no.
I mean, he has caused a lot of
an
invasive
innocent
species.
Animal.
Hey, it's a scientific and moral quandary that is possibly above the heads of a bunch of first years. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. We post our VODs eventually on YouTube. We do have the first 4 VODs are still up there if you want to catch up. If you have not already, you can find us on socials at Arcavios Eternal on Twitter. The VODs are on the same name on the YouTube channel. Links are somewhere. And you can find me on Twitter at themmtg. And you can, guys, you have anything to plug yourselves, Emery, Jake, Declan? I know you have a lot of stuff going on.
Did you just call me the whore of TTRPGs? Because that's
because that's what you are. You're the TTRPG daddy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well, she lived as she died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've a couple of things ongoing at the moment. I have 2 separate streams going and podcasts going. and we are organizing a big charity stream at the end of July. It's taking some shape. We're finalizing it. It looks like it might just be a weekend of one-shots rather than a full-on battle royale like we were hoping to do. But I think I can say what it is. We're going to be effectively raising money for pro-choice organizations, given some of the news from some of the crappier sides of the world.
We love to see it.
Yeah. So if you keep an eye on my Twitter, which is the Dova Queen with a W, or D8 Dungeon, we'll be posting up information over the next couple of days if people want to volunteer or DM or participate. And Dahi and I are working on a thing. Super excited for it. So
yeah, I didn't want to say anything because like it's Declan's wheelhouse. It's Declan's like project. So like we're working on something. I'm really excited about it. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Again, it's probably like stuff about that will probably come up on the D8.
Yes. Yeah.
Dungeon, Twitter and all
Absolutely.
Where we get your wonderful news about D8 Dungeon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and remember to stay in drugs and don't do school and be gay, do crimes. Remember to spay your local pests and trudges.
Free your local pests.
Free your local blacks.
All right.
Free your inner blacks.
Yep. Weird blacks.
Become ungovernable.
Too blacks to be stressed.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.